Yeah, you already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Woo! Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this side of heaven. God bless you all. Fight week, fight week, fight week. You already know Brooklyn, New York, Barclays Center, New York City, my city. I was going to say Terrence. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Cucaracha. Rayo versus Gary Antoine Russell in 140-pound division championship bout. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach daring to be great. Shout out to Lamont Roach daring to be great. I know some of y'all wish that Gervonta Davis will fight somebody else. You know, what are the names that we've been linking them up with? You know, the T.O.s, the Haney's, the Ryan's rematch, and the level playing field, the Shakurs, now the Keyshawn. Woo! What's good? What's good? What's good? It's better. It's a better press conference than the last one in Washington, D.C. It looks like these now the press conference look professional. You know what I'm saying? Because in the first press conference in New York City, Gervonta Tank Davis came like 6 hours late. In the second press conference in Washington, D.C., that shit like the ghettoest press conference that we ever seen in the history of the sport of boxing. This one looked highly professional. Shout out to PBC, TGB. A lot of people was talking about this event as well. Even though there's a lot of people that want to that act like they're complaining, act like they don't like it. At the end of the day, everybody going to be tuning into this matchup. Everybody going to be tuning into this event. Y'all don't got to come over here to Punch Roll Boxing and be in the chat, be like, I don't know, I ain't going to watch it. I ain't going to pay for it. I ain't going to shut up. You're going to watch the fight. You're going to pay for it. Or even if you steal it, you're going to watch it. It's going to take a couple of hours out of your Saturday, away from your family, away from your friends, away from your kids and all that stuff. So you don't even got to come to Punch Roll Boxing and be fake about it. We all going to watch the fight. I'm going to pay for it. You're gonna be paying for it. Probably gonna be you know what I'm saying, $20 here, $20 there, $20 there, fight party, whatever it is, we all gonna be watching it. And then after the fight, we all gonna be talking about it. All the boxing content creators gonna be timing in on it. Almost all the boxing content creators probably gonna go live on it. So any boxing content creator that's gonna be out there saying this is ain't good, PBC, it's what I'm saying, nah, they just trying to hustle y'all, emotions. But they're going to be watching and enjoying it. Christian Padilla in the building. What's good, Christian? Christian Padilla, one of the members of Punch Roll Boxing. If you haven't become a member of Punch Roll Boxing, you already know where to go, man. Come on, man. The link is right there. Subscribe, share. Let's go, baby. Become a member. Show support. Mora in the building. One of the members of Punch. Mora in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? Dímelo, mi hermano. Yeah, man. There's a lot of things, you know. The sport of boxing says these fighters don't fight enough. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of tweets, you know, and that's what it is. That's what makes boxing 24/7. We just got to get a little bit out of everything, you know. Shout out to Conor Ben. Shout out to Chris Eubank Jr. with the press conference. This one is kind of a little bit more civil. Even though it seems like Eddie Hearn is trying to like take over the whole press conference, man, you got to let Conor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. chop it up. I can't wait to see Chris Eubank Sr., man. I hope he shows up. I'm going to be talking about that as well. We're going to be talking about the technical narratives of the fighters that we keep on talking about and matching up with one another. Right? Hunter of the Hunt in the building. What is good, brother? We're going to be talking about the technical narratives. A lot of people, we always talking about the narrative of this one is ducking this one. This one is ducking that one. Nah, he don't want to fight him. Nah, he's scared. No, he's that. Now, we're going to be talking about the technical narratives when it comes to these fighters that we align them and try to matchmake. Dímelo, Hunter, colo vende pesa de super chari para que a comprar comida china mañana para el buffet. Yo solo sin la familia. Good looking now. Appreciate you. God bless you, Hunter of the Hunt. And I'm going to be sending the link. It's going to be an open panel so we can be talking about, you know, what I'm already, the introduction of what I'm talking about. I'm going to open up the panels. Whoever want to chop it up, get their point of view and stuff like that. More than willing to chop it up with the community and stuff like that. You see Jim Jones, if y'all follow hip-hop, Jim Jones, Harlem finest, calling out Cameron, Harlem finest. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because Jim Jones said to Cameron, hey, yo, I'll fight you in a boxing ring. Let's box for $10 million. So when I heard the word box, I said, okay, that's a go. I'm a boxing channel. All right, they talking about boxing. I'm gonna give you my point of view. You know what I'm saying? A Harlem motherfucker to another Harlem dude for the Harlem dude, a Harlem matchup. Let's go, man. Why not? Punch on boxing. Watch Heights Harlem in the building. Let's go. Gervonta Tank Davis in a recent interview, man, in the press conference, saying that the people that picture with the Magazine ceremony and everybody with Turki Alalshikh, Canelo Alvarez, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Eddie Hearn, Teofimo, Dubois, Usyk, everybody. He's saying, man, look like devilish. That's what he said. We're gonna be timing in on that, folks. You know, does he have does he have a legitimate reason to feel like
even this? The picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like some devil shit. Like some devil shit, like they sold that soul. There you
go. Turki Alalshikh, like, what do you mean? Gervonta Tank Davis, you're calling my crew. That picture's some devilish. You're the devil, motherfucker. Why don't you join the picture? Why don't you come to Saudi Arabia like a ray? Why don't you come take a picture with me? Everybody take pictures with the Turk. Everyone. Oh, Gervonta Tank Davis. Let's not forget how this whole thing started by Turki Alalshikh finding interest in Gervonta Tank Davis, and Gervonta Tank Davis said, man, let me get 2 Ferraris. You want to speak to me? And then it moved up to 3 Ferraris in the first press conference out there in the Barclays Center. And then now moving up to 4 Ferraris. And now he's saying, damn, hey, yo, the way that he approached me with the Devin Haney fight and stuff like that. Well, let me put it like this, so we all know what we're talking about. Hold on. Let me put the picture so we all know what we're talking about. So he said, Gervonta Tank Davis on why he asked Turki Alalshikh for the Ferraris. They came at me wrong the first time. Then they were saying Devin was his guy. So I'm like, if Devin your guy, y'all got to pay me now extra. Because now I know I got to get the KO or y'all going to give it to him. Now, we all saw this past weekend in Riyadh season. You know what I'm saying? It was actually alarming during the Carlos Adames fight versus Shiraz. And we're seeing Turki Alalshikh. And y'all been following the channel. Y'all know that I haven't been I haven't had my both feet in this Turki Alalshikh Riyadh season and stuff like that. I'm like this, looking at it like, I'm looking like Turki Alalshikh. I don't know. It looked good. I just don't trust it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in a relationship, when you first meet a girl and stuff like that. And then, she like, they're thinking about going in a relationship. When you're dating the first time and then y'all hit each other with the, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's good so far, but we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I always looked at this situation with Turki Alalshikh at first. It's like too good to be true. All this unlimited money, trying to change the sport of boxing. Is he going to have longevity? Is he just going to pull out of boxing and stuff like that and then handicap the sport of boxing? Right? I don't know. But you know what? But when I saw Turki Alalshikh in the Shiraz versus Carlos Adames a PBC fighter as well, right? And if I ask you the question, who was the only fighter that got robbed in Riyadh season this past weekend? Well, if I ask you if there was one fighter you feel that got robbed, what that fighter would be, I would say it was Carlos Adames. Who's the Carlos Adames? El Dominicano de Platanero, Manguco de Tres Golpe, who he's affiliated with, PBC. So now when you hear Gervonta Tank Davis, if you go back to what Gervonta Tank Davis was saying, you'd be like, you know what? He does have a point. But I've been making that same point since day one. Y'all know I've been saying that. I mean, when he was criticizing Canelo Alvarez and saying that Canelo Alvarez is fighting easy fights. Hey, yo, you the one that came up with the Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. I'm seeing the ego of Turki Alalshikh. I'm seeing that this ain't genuine. I'm seeing more and more that this is just his little toys that boxing is his little toys, that they're giving him unlimited money. And this is little toys. He's not putting the fights that we all want to see. He's putting the fights that he wants to see. And he thinks the fight that he wants to see is the fights that everybody want to see. Now, of course, there's certain fights that we all want to see. But Turkey even Bivol, but that we were talking about that fight before a Turki Alalshikh. And the reason why that fight never came through fruition is because the WBC said that they're not sanctioning any fighter or any fight that is Russians. Let's not forget. It would now Turki Alalshikh convinced the WBC Mauricio Sudamon to sanction this fight for undisputed bout, but let's not forget why that fight couldn't take place. Why that fight could have been an undisputed matchup. Because of the WBC and their discrimination tactic. You know what I'm saying? We all wanted to see the Usyk versus Anthony Joshua or the undisputed, whoever was going to hold the undisputed titles, a unification, the undisputed. We all wanted to see that. It's been a quarter of a century. So I'm going to say that he did good in that. You know what I'm saying? I like his card. I think it's a stacked card, but it's not a card that we never seen before. If you come from our era, you know what I'm saying? We've seen the Don King cards. We've seen Mike Tyson and Julio Cesar Chavez on the same card. We've seen Julio Cesar Chavez and Oscar De La Hoya in the same card. We've seen Julio Cesar Chavez and Frankie Randall and what's his name? We seen the Chavez, the Chito Trinidad, the Frankie Randall on the same card. We've seen things like this. We've seen PBC and Golden Boy Promotions put we've seen PBC and Golden Boy Promotion put Oscar De La Hoya versus Miguel Cotto. And then in the co-main event, we had Shane Mosley versus Canelo Alvarez. And then on that, we had Jesse Vargas versus Steve Forbes. And then we had Keith Thurman on the same card, or Omar Figueroa on the same card. We've seen this before. This ain't new to me. Maybe new to you. Or maybe some people like to forget, but this ain't new to me. You know? I'm not saying that Turki Alalshikh ain't doing a bad job, but I thought that Turki Alalshikh was a neutral person in the sport of boxing, where there was a lot of division, right? Before Turkey, we were talking about too much of this side of the street, especially when we was talking about the situation with Bud Crawford and Earl the True Spence, or the top rank of the PBC. And I know it created a lot of narrative in the YouTube. There's a lot of boxing channels that has grown, that has built their channel off a narrative, not necessarily boxing. You know what I'm saying? There's some channels now that's they not doing too well because that narrative, it wasn't a longevity narrative, right? Turki Alalshikh is a person or an entity when he emerged that he didn't have no narrative with him. There's a narrative with PBC. There's a narrative with the people that hate PBC. There's a narrative of people that hate Canelo Alvarez, that like Canelo Alvarez. There's a narrative of race baiting and stuff like that. But when it came to Turki Alalshikh, everybody that had their little beef against another, whether it's black, Latinos, UK, America, Wilder, Fury, Canelo, and everybody else, Terrence Crawford, PBC, all these narratives, right? When Turki Alalshikh came through fruition, everybody that was fighting was just looking at Turki and be like, he's the neutral guy. He's the united front, right? That's how we saw Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn come together. That's how we see even Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia going at odds, and there was going to be some lawsuits, and they got with Turki Alalshikh. He made Turki Alalshikh drop make Bill Haney and Devin Haney drop a lawsuit. So now they're going to be fighting in May, and then hopefully in October they're going to be fighting the rematch, right? He actually made Teofimo Lopez and Terrence Bud Crawford, come together, shake hands, and take a picture, right? So he also got this way of uniting people, uniting the enemies. But what we saw this past weekend is he's no different from the others. In the end of the day, in the sport of boxing, there's always going to be some politics, some corruption. Every time we see a fight after the bell, when it goes to a decision, we're thinking about, did he win, did he lose, or he's going to get robbed? It's just become the nature of the sport for us, the hardcore boxing fans, to always look at boxing that somebody's going to get robbed. Somebody's somebody gonna get got. That's the nature of the sport, and we can't run away from it because it happened too often. As a matter of fact, it's like second nature now. Thinking about robbery in the sport of boxing is like second nature. That's why we sweep a lot of stuff under the rug. Just like the Carlos Adamas. People are gonna sweep it under the rug. He's a Dominican fighter. The Dominican boxing is not a large fan base. A lot of people felt that Carlos Adamas was gonna lose the fight. Carlos Adamas didn't lose his belt. It was a draw, so people are gonna sweep it under the rug. You notice in boxing, everything can be swept under the rug so quick. That's why in the sport of boxing, though, you got guys like the Pablo Escobar of PEDs that could be in the sport of boxing, but can't be in any other sport in America. But we let him in. And these fighters let these guys in. The biggest cheaters in the history of the sport, in the history of sports, undetected PEDs and stuff like that, in which Gervonta Tan Davis timed in on it today. Let me ask y'all a question, though, in the chat. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that SNAC fighters are cheaters? Man, let's just call it. Let's just talk boxing. Are SNAC fighters cheaters? Because Gervonta Tan Davis today timed in on Terrence Bud Crawford, his punch resistance, him getting chin check, and it doesn't do anything to him. Example, Earl of True Spence, I believe it was the 7th round, the 8th round. He landed 3 shots, and then he landed a left. Yeah, I already know that Earl Spence is lefty. He landed a left haymaker, and ain't doing nothing above Crawford. He just hit him with a jab, and then Earl Spence fell. Do you believe that? Do you believe that these SNAC fighters are undetected, have undetected PEDs? It's sad in the sport of boxing that we need to go and talk about it, but at the end of the day, this is boxing. We talk about politics, we talk about cheaters, we talk about people having excuses, we talking about people ducking. But I'm going by what Gervonta Tan Davis is alluding to. Gervonta Tan Davis today said that he believes that the affiliation that Terrence Bud Crawford has with the Pablo Escobar of PED, SNAC, Victor Conte, is he's very curious of why he got punch resistant. He doesn't get hurt anymore like he was versus fighters like Gamboa, Mean Machine. SNAC fighters get secret supplements, in my opinion, says Double O Runner. Christian Padilla says, yes, Victor Conte's fighters are cheaters. I don't want to say, but I wouldn't want to be sponsored by SNAC as a fighter. They're sketchy. So if fighters know all of this, everybody in America in the sports world, think about it. Okay. For those in boxing that doesn't think that being with Victor Conte, it's not cheating. He has paid his dues to society. Now let me ask you a question then. If you find out that LeBron James is training with Victor Conte, do you believe that he's cheating? Yes or no? For all the basketball fans out here, LeBron James is dunking all over the place and stuff like that. If LeBron James was with Victor Conte, do you believe that LeBron James was cheating? Do you think how you think ESPN will cover this story? How you think ESPN will cover the story if y'all hear that LeBron James is training with Victor Conte? See, the thing is that this is boxing. So it's not overseen. ESPN don't really care about boxing. They don't time it on it. Sports media don't care too much about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the years, right? Throughout the year, yeah, they talking about Gervonta Tan Davis, Stephen A. Smith, but that's it. Is a Gervonta Tan Davis? Is probably a Devin Haney? Is a Canelo Alvarez? Is a Shakur Stevenson? That's it. They ain't be talking about the sport of boxing. Not Fox, not ESPN. None of the big networks talk about the sport of boxing. But if Victor Conte took a picture with a SNAC and LeBron James has SNAC, will the world of sports be trying to figure out if LeBron James is cheating, yes or no? Give me a yes or give me a no. If LeBron James, a basketball player, LeBron James, how about this? The baseball player, what's the Japanese baseball player's name? From the LA Dodgers? What's his name? What's his name from the LA Dodgers? That he be pitching, he be hitting, one of the best baseball players out there. But what's his name? What's his name? Okishi? Otani? Is it Otani? Is it Otani? If Otani was with Victor Conte has SNAC or Otani. If Otani, the Japanese baseball player, the MVP, was a SNAC, it was with Victor Conte, do you believe that he's cheating? Yes or no? Do you think that MLB will allow Otani or Hatani, whatever how you pronounce his name, to be affiliated with Victor Conte? Yes or no? ¿Qué es lo que? Dímelo, mi hermano. Thriller in the building. We got Thriller. He said, yo, Punch, there's something suspect behind SNAC. For Conte is a cheater for life. But okay, if fighters know that, Victor Conte and guys like Memo is banned from every sport in America. They also been locked up for it. A guy like Victor Conte spent 30 to almost 40 years creating undetected PEDs. Why these fighters run to him? Why? No athletes in every other sport doesn't run to him, but why the fighters? Christian Padilla con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Chari Pari que me dice. There's a saying that goes, tell me who you with and I'll tell you who you are. Imagine if Canelo or Tio or Ryan was working with SNAC. Put it this way. Y'all remember they were in this community. Y'all remember the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder ish? Can you imagine if Tyson Fury was with Victor Conte during that the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury drama? They would have had to pick and choose. People would have had to pick and choose whether you're going to support Deontay Wilder or support Devin Haney. That would have been tough if Tyson Fury was affiliated with Victor Conte and these guys had to choose. Life and sports at Punch. Don't fight it, embrace it. Turkey is saving boxing at this point. Don't about what is boxing at this point. Without Turkey, Matchroom of the Zone, especially now the Top Rank is done with ESPN. I don't think that he's saving boxing. Nah, when I really analyze the sport of boxing, I don't think he's saving boxing. No. You know why? I understand what you're saying because we've said it enough. We've been saying, oh, Turki Alalshikh, the Messiah, the savior, the sport of boxing. But in reality, he's not saving the sport of boxing. He's not saving the sport of boxing. It's like I said at the beginning. I said that when it comes to Turki Alalshikh, everybody is giving Turki Alalshikh the benefit of the doubt. There is no narrative behind Turki Alalshikh. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. PBC was doing a good job. But there was a narrative against PBC in this community. There was a narrative. And people didn't give how many years they've been saying PBC is done. PBC is done. PBC is done. There's always been a narrative against PBC, a narrative against Al Heyman. Yeah. They had the most lucrative year in 2023 with Al Heyman. Is that we did? Is that there again? There's a narrative with these guys in this community. There's no narrative against Turkey. Turkey is the new money. Turkey is the new chick. Turkey is the new Vijiji juice. Turkey is the new girl on the block. The new good-looking girl on the block. Yeah, there's some other girls on the block, but you got used to them. And then she got some story that she sucked this one off and stuff like that. You don't look at her the same and stuff, but this is a new chick. You don't know her baggage. You don't know her reputation from another place. So we just looking at Victor Conte like, I'm sorry, we just looking at Turki Alalshikh like, wow, he's the savior. He's awesome. He's the best. Everybody is blinded by Turki. No, he does not save in boxing. He's not saving boxing. Especially here in America. He's not saving boxing here in America. Because at the end of the day, what I've been saying is, if you follow the channel, I've been saying that, yo, I say, modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Let's preserve the sport of boxing, preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. I'm patriotic. In America, we would say that boxing is declining. Is he helping us out here? He's not helping us out here. Oh, well, hopefully, yeah, we're gonna get the Devin Haney, Tio, Ryan in New York, but that's not acting. They fought in New York before. It's not like it's nothing different. Ryan Garcia gonna be fighting Rolly. Devin Haney gonna be fighting Jose Ramirez. Teofimo Lopez probably gonna be fighting Richardson Hitchens or George or Arnold Barbosa. All right, we've seen Tio in New York. We've seen Ryan in New York. We've seen Devin in New York. Ain't nothing different. He ain't doing nothing different. Where is he saving boxing? He ain't doing nothing different. Canelo Alvarez in Cinco de Mayo, one of the biggest dates traditionally in the sport of boxing out here in the North America, is going to be on Riyadh season. I bet Vegas is like, damn it. Damn. Can you imagine how Vegas feel that Canelo Alvarez is not going to be there for Cinco de Mayo, that all this time there's always been a boxing bout around Cinco de Mayo, and it's one of the most lucrative days out there in Las Vegas for hotels and everything. You think that is okay? What about the fans? That has become tradition for a guy like Canelo Alvarez to perform again for his fans around this date in American soil, in North America. The only sellout shows in America is going to be Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis. Whether people like it or not, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to sell out the Barclays Center versus Lamar Roach. See, instead of saying, well, damn, Punch, you got to understand that Turkey is saving boxing. No, why don't y'all realize that what Gervonta Tank Davis is doing is actually keeping boxing afloat and boxing conversation up in America? Why don't y'all say that Gervonta Tank Davis is actually keeping boxing alive in America? That's what people don't want to say, because there's a narrative behind the Gervonta Tank Davis. But in all actuality, the numbers speak for itself. There's going to be a sold-out crowd out here in the Barclays Center. Everybody is talking about this fight. Everybody's talking about this event, from the Breakfast Club, outside of the sport of boxing, the niche of boxing fans. Everybody. Look, let me say it like this. Who did ESPN? Stephen A. Smith is probably the number one show in American sports. Stephen A. Smith is the number one voice in American sport, whether you like him or not. He's that guy. He's the go-to guy. First Take is the number one rating show in sports show in America. He had Gervonta Tank Davis. Did he have Beterbiev? He had Bivol. Carlos Adames. The ESPN talked about Riyadh season. If you go to the barbershop and be like, hey, yo, man, you saw Riyadh season. What the fuck are you talking about, Riyadh season? Then go to the same barbershop tomorrow, get a shape up, get a haircut, be like, hey, yo, Javon. They're going to tell you, oh, you're going to see the fight Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting tomorrow. Let's be real, let's be honest. Oh, Turki Alalshikh is saving boxing. Well, guess what? Gervonta Tank Davis is doing his thing out here in America. But y'all don't want to say that. Y'all don't want to say that because y'all don't want to give in. Just because Gervonta Tank Davis is not fighting the person that we want him to fight, that doesn't mean he's not doing good in the sport of boxing. Take out Gervonta Tank Davis out of this week. We don't know when we're ever going to have a sellout show. Why don't we embrace Gervonta Tank Davis just like the Ring Magazine pound for pound list embrace Gervonta Tank Davis? I told you why Gervonta Tank Davis may never fight the fighters that we want him to fight. And I'm content with it. You know why? Because the powers that be is content with it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see the pound for pound, the Ring Magazine pound for pound list? Hold on. Let me see if I get it for y'all. Let me see if I get it for y'all. Give me a second. Let me see if I get it for y'all. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. And it's true. Both can be true. It's true. Let's embrace both, right? All right, get this thing out of the way. This is the Ring Magazine pound for pound list that they just uploaded yesterday. Alexander Usyk, number 1. Now, y'all ain't know it. Number 2, Terrence Bud Crawford. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me say it the way it needs to be said. Alexander Usyk, the 2-division undisputed world champion. Now, the 4-division, 2-division undisputed world champion. Terrence Bud Crawford, the 4-division, 2-division undisputed world champion. Dimitri Bivol have beaten the only person in the list that has beaten 2 pound for pound fighters in Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed in 168-pound division, and he beat Artur Beterbiev, the undefeated, in the rematch to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. So we got undisputed at number 1, undisputed at number 2, undisputed at number 3, undisputed at number 4, undisputed at number 5, and Artur Beterbiev by beating Bivol as well. In number 6, we got a lineal champion, a 2-division world champion, lineal champion in the sport of boxing, Jesse Rodriguez. Number 7, the 4-division world champion, undisputed in the super featherweight division, King Nello, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nello, aka Payday, aka get the F out of here, man. And in number 8, we got Gervonta Tank Davis. Right below Canelo Alvarez, we have Gervonta Tank Davis. Ring Magazine has Gervonta Tank Davis just one slot below under Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, who has done, look at the resume of Canelo Alvarez. Look at the resume and the accomplishment of Canelo Alvarez, and all that to be just one step ahead of Gervonta Tank Davis. Who have Gervonta Tank Davis for? What pound for pound fighter has Gervonta Tank Davis beaten? What type of accomplishment? Who he beat to become the champion in 135? Who he beat to become a champion in 130? Who the hell has he done to be just one step below a Canelo Alvarez? But this is Ring Magazine. This is Turki Alalshikh people, and the panelists of this pound for pound is the guys that have the power of the pen to put people in the Hall of Fame. Yuto Nakatani, 2-division champion. Devin Haney, undisputed in the lightweight division, lost to Ryan Garcia, but because they changed it, then you know what? The panelists in the Ring Magazine say, you know what? Devin Haney never lost to Ryan Garcia. That fight never happened, so he stays in the pound for pound list. A two-division champion, undisputed in the lightweight division. There is no Shakur there, a 3-division world champion, unified the titles in the super featherweight division and became a lineal champion out there. There is no Teofimo Lopez, a 2-division lineal champion, and currently the lineal champion in 140-pound division. You know what this tells Gervonta Tank Davis is, why do I have to fight the guys that you want me to fight? Who do you want me to fight? Shakur Stevenson, he ain't even a pound for pound fighter. Who do you want me to fight? T.O., he ain't even a pound for pound fighter. Not in the Ring Magazine. So it sends the message that everything that Gervonta Tank Davis is doing is actually right. I'm sorry, 3-division. I'm sorry, Junto Nakatani. I'm sorry, 3-division. Now y'all understand what I've been saying for years. It's no reason, to be honest. No, it's dumb business for Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Shakur, to fight T.O., to fight Devin. You know why? Because they already have him above them. All these guys putting in the work. Look at the guys that has put in the work. Just look at the list and look at what they have done. This is the reason why March 1st, tomorrow and Saturday, Barclays Center, New York City, my city, we going to see Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamar Roach, and they're going to sell out. And nobody going to give a damn that Gervonta Tank Davis ain't fighting T.O. T.O. going to be watching the fight. Shakur going to be watching the fight. Everybody in the sport of boxing around the world going to be watching Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis got one of the most interesting career in the history of the sport of boxing. What does that mean? That Gervonta Tank Davis don't have to fight somebody to be somebody. That Gervonta Tank Davis don't need to fight a top dog to become the top dog. That Gervonta Tank Davis don't have to accomplish anything compared to Canelo Alvarez and still be one slot below than Canelo Alvarez. Now, if you're a business handler of Gervonta Tank Davis, a manager, an investor, why would you risk it with Gervonta Tank Davis if on paper and the pundits that have the power of the pen that put people in the Hall of Fame don't even have T.O., don't even have Shakur, don't have other accomplished fighters there? You send a message. Ring Magazine, you send a message to T.O. that whatever you accomplish, those two lineal champions, shove it up your ass, is not worth a damn dime. Shakur Stevenson, those 3 division world champion. You were beating Oscar Valdez when Oscar Valdez beat Miguel Berchelt. When he beat Consocial. And Shakur Stevenson had a field day with Consocial and Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring, step up to 135-pound division, beat Yoshino, who beat Nakatani, who's a respectable challenger in the 135-pound division. He's not even on the pound-for-pound list, y'all. It sends a message. Now it's all clear that the belts don't matter. Gervonta Tank Davis started a new trend in this young generation. Look what Devin Haney has accomplished. But put it this way. Devin Haney was, I believe, before fighting Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney in the Ring Magazine was, I believe, number 6 or number 5 in the pound-for-pound list. If Devin Haney didn't lose, why bring Devin Haney all the way to 10? And if he didn't lose, why is Devin Haney, with the resume that he got compared to Gervonta Tank Davis and the accomplishment that he got compared to Gervonta Tank Davis, why he's so much behind a Gervonta Tank Davis? Cristian Padilla con los 2 pesos de Super Chari Chari Parike. Punch puts on the little Yankee dancing for his fans. The little tanky. Tank don't gotta do nothing because Tank Davis has passed an eye test more and better than any fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. Go Tanky, go Tanky, go Tanky, go Tanky. Nah. Well, let me take this thing out of the way, folks. Gervonta Tank Davis has an interesting career. He has passed an eye test that nobody has passed before. Do you know what Oscar de la Hoya needed to do to be recognized as a pound-for-pound fighter? Beating veterans like Hector Camacho, beating Pernell Whitaker, beating Julio Cesar Chavez. What about Canelo? Austin Trout, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Triple G. What about Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Do you know what these dudes had to do to even put themselves in the position of a pound for pound? That's the reason why Gervonta Tank Davis don't have to, what we deem risk it, because the powers that be, because ladies and gentlemen, say it like this: I have my opinion, you have your opinion, but our opinions really doesn't matter when it comes to the power of the pen. We don't have the power of the pen. Meaning, see, and I always say this. If you're familiar with the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like this. And look, I'm a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis. I look his skill. I love his skills and talent. If you tell me, name me the best fighters to watch. If you're talking about just skill for skill, he'll be the top 10. I can't put him on the pound for pound because he hasn't done pound for pound ish. He hasn't accomplished. He didn't beat the best at 130. He didn't beat the best at 135. He didn't beat the best at 140. You got to put in work. But skill for skill, yes, Gervonta Tank Davis is an extreme talent. That's the reason why I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view tomorrow. You know why? Because it's just I like to see Gervonta Tank Davis. I like the way that he fight. I like his skills and talent. I believe he's special. I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis, even if he fights most of these guys, he beats them. Yet it's the reason why he's on the pound for pound list. Because people with a boxing eye just see that Gervonta Tank Davis probably is just more special than these other guys that have accomplished more than him. I believe, look, the legacy fight for me, for Gervonta Tank Davis, is Teofimo Lopez. Gervonta Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, that's the legacy fight of this young generation for me. For me, at 140-pound division, if Gervonta Tank Davis goes to the 140-pound division, I got T.O. beating Gervonta Tank Davis in a great fight. But that's just me. But the powers that be don't believe that. The powers that be believe that Gervonta Tank Davis beats everybody at 135, including Shakur, Keyshawn Davis, Lomachenko, Cepeda, everybody. If you put him up against a 140-pound division, Gervonta Tank Davis will probably be the favorite against everybody in the 140-pound division. Even I believe that the bookies, the pundits will probably even have Gervonta Tank Davis as the favorite to beat Teofimo Lopez. As much as these guys have accomplished, Shakur, Tio, Haney, Ryan, as much as they accomplish, they haven't passed the eye test that they're better than Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm not talking about my eyes. I'm talking about, I'm speaking in general, because they're not on the pound for pound list. Everybody that they fought, people believe that Gervonta Tank Davis beat. See, Gervonta Tank Davis, and that's why and you know, Gervonta Tank Davis is a symbol that we live in a world of perception and illusion. Gervonta Tank Davis does not have to fight the best and beat the best to become the best, because in people's mind, the perception is that he's already could beat all of them, so he doesn't have to do it. That's the power of Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, in the eyes of many, is so good that he don't have to show you. He don't have to prove it to you. He don't have to fight Tio. He don't have to fight Haney. He don't have to fight Shakur. That's the truth. Whether people like it or not, Gervonta Tank Davis has done so good and performed so good and electric compared to his contemporaries that he don't have to prove. It doesn't matter if Shakur Stevenson beat Keyshawn and Lomachenko. Gervonta Tank Davis is the man to beat. It don't matter if Teofimo Lopez beat Barbosa. It don't matter if Teofimo Lopez beat Josh Taylor. It don't matter if Teofimo Lopez beat everybody at 140. It don't matter if Devin Haney then beats Ryan, because if Devin Haney beats Ryan, they're going to be like, well, Gervonta Tank Davis beat Ryan. And you as a businessman, why would you risk it? Martin said, look at Martin's pound for pound list. Martin's pound for pound says Canelo, Tank Davis. as number 2. Alexander Usyk became a 2-division undisputed world champion from the cruiserweight division, beating 3 undefeated fighters, going and beating Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and he has Martin Rodriguez has Usyk as number 3. Punch, I agree with you. Tank versus T.O. best fight. Tank in 9. See? Tank in 9. That means he'll knock out T.O. in 9. He ain't nothing better than even a Rolly, right? Dank, he'll knock T.O. in 9. It's the reason. Tank Davis, the perception of Tank Davis overrules the facts. I never seen this in the sport of boxing. I never seen that a guy that didn't accomplish what other people have accomplished is better. I never seen this. Especially in the sport of boxing, you really need to prove yourself. In the history of the sport of boxing, you really need to prove yourself. Tank is the only great fighter that doesn't need to prove it. And you know what? For the people that don't like it, ain't nothing you could do about it. Because it's one thing when the niche casual fans is saying that you're better than everybody else, right? Right, folks? It's one thing because like let's say in boxing, people like to say, oh man, you don't know nothing about the sport of boxing. You a casual. Like if you go to the barber shop, right, and they don't pay attention to the sport of boxing, right? Because a lot of people don't, it's only this community that are really hardcore boxing fans. But outside of this, boxing is not where it was. There's not a lot of people that truly follow boxing, but they're gonna say the names that they know, right? If a person outside that really doesn't pay attention to the sport of boxing be like, nah, I just like Tank, yo, nah, Tank is the man, yo. I think that Tank will knock out all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank, you know what I'm saying? I remember somebody told me like, yo, what do you think about a Tank Davis versus Earl Spence? I'm like, somebody one time told me, what you think about Tank versus Crawford? I think Tank could beat Crawford. I'm like, so I could expect casuals not to be educated in the sport of the sport of boxing and particular fighters, right? But this list, I gotta tell y'all, though there's gonna be some people that be like, that's just pound for pound. It's opinionated. The same people, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. And I said this a lot of times for years. The same people on this panelist that votes on this pound for pound is the same individuals that vote fighters into the Hall of Fame. My pound for pound is one thing. Your pound for pound in the chat is another thing. These pound for pound is a panelist of writers and journalists that has the power of the pen to put these particular fighters in the sport of boxing into the Hall of Fame. I don't got no voting rights. You understand? We're like illegal immigrants when it comes to voting for who's going to be a Hall of Famer. We could say it, but we don't have the power of the pen. We can't vote. Ring Magazine, ESPN, even though it'd be the ESPN don't know shit, but the panelists in the ESPN, check out the panelists. They got the power of the pen to put people into the Hall of Fame. And if you don't see T.O. and if you don't see Shakur, that means that these panelists don't think they ain't shit. It's embarrassing. To be honest, I'll be embarrassed if I was like a guy like Shakur and T.O. Because think about it. T.O. is the lineal Ring Magazine champion, beating Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. 5 straight wins after his defeat. And he's not on the pound for pound list. When in 100+ year sport of boxing, you are a lineal champion and not on the pound for pound list? When does that happen? Folks, let's be real. When in the history of the sport of boxing, a 2-time lineal champion in 2 different divisions is not on the pound for pound list? Tell me in what era? Tell me in what era a guy as accomplished like Tio in 100+ year, we're in 2025. We're in 2025, folks. In 100+ year in the sport of boxing, going on to his 12th decade, have we seen a 2-time lineal world champion not on the pound for pound list? Hey, yo, anybody Google 1988, 1990, 1973, 1974, 1975 pound for pound list. Go Google it right now. It's a slap in the face. If I was Teofimo Lopez, I'll drop all them belts. Why pay sanctioning fees? If I was Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, I'll drop all the belts. I won't pay sanctioning fees. I'm already in position. I would just use my name like Gervonta Tank Davis. You understand what I'm trying to say? You're already in position. It's almost like Jamel Charlo doesn't have no belts right now at 154. But if he says, I want to fight at 154 and I want to fight Virgil Ortiz, we all know that would be probably one of the best fights at 154 because we already know that he's proven. See, you got to, I'm going to say it like this. If you're a fighter, let me take this thing out of the way. If you are a fighter in position already got a name within the sport of boxing, you don't need belts. Send a message to these belt federation and drop the belts. I know. And look, those who may, the one that I feel that won't drop the belt is probably because, you know, being a champion, you're going to get 200,000 to 300,000 even more, right? on your purse. Guys, you don't need that belt. AJ don't need belts. Wilder, he already got a name. He don't need belts. Zhang doesn't need belts. Parker doesn't need a belt in the heavyweight division. They don't need it. Tio doesn't need belts. Look at Devin Haney. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia never needed a belt. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia is one of the premier fights in America. Devin Haney gets it. Why am I keep a belt for? Everybody gonna want to watch me the rematch with Ryan Garcia. We don't need belts. Tank truly doesn't need belts. I don't even know why he got that belt because if Tank Davis dropped his belt, he'll still be the guy that everybody needs to be. Tio don't need a belt no more. Everybody know who Tio is. If Bud Crawford dropped all his belts, look, Bud Crawford going to be fighting Canelo Alvarez without any belts. We know who Bud Crawford is. Bud Crawford will be one of the best matchups to make at 154. If he goes to 160-pound division right now, Terrence Bud Crawford will be the main guy as well. Because we'll give Terrence Bud Crawford the benefit of the doubt, even at 160-pound division. If Terrence Bud Crawford fight Carlos Adames, Terrence Bud Crawford is the favorite to beat Carlos Adames, right? Let's be real. Don't need no belts. If Naoya Inoue drop all his belts, Naoya Inoue in those divisions, the featherweights, bantamweights, those divisions, he'll be the guy. Doesn't matter. But one thing is that at least they proved it. They got tested and they proved to be the best. The thing was Gervonta Tank Davis is the best and never needed to prove it. Have you ever seen anything like this in 100+ years in the sport of boxing when you're the best and you don't need to prove it? That's like, hey yo, put it this way. Hey yo, that's like that's like me having a kid with a shorty, but I didn't need to do intercourse. All I gotta look at her and be like, you're gonna be my baby mama. And then they're a baby that grows in her stomach. I didn't even do intercourse. I'm gonna be like this. How you like it? You're the best fuck I ever had in my life. Can you imagine a girl tells you that you're the best sex that she ever had, and you never had sex with her? You just look at her like this. And then she'd be like, oh, she's coming. Oh my God, she came all over the place and stuff like that. Multiple orgasms. And she says, you're the best. And you're just looking at her like this. You wouldn't even have to put it in. You ain't had to eat the pussy. You ain't had to, you ain't had to suck on the vajiji. You ain't had to pipe her down, flip her around. You know what I'm saying? Head and shoulder, carry her, motorboat. You ain't need to do nothing. All you got to do is look at her. And she tells the whole world, he's the best. He's the best. And the other homegirls be like, what you talking about, girl? You ain't even, he ain't even put it in. He is the best. He is the motherfucking best. He's the best. That's Gervonta saying they was in the sport of boxing. He never did shit, but he's the best. Hey, yo, that's Gervonta Tank Davis in the sport of boxing. He never did shit, but he the best. Can you imagine? You would think that, hey, yo, you would think that bitch is psycho. They ask her, hey, girl, how many partners have you had? Well, I did have, 8 in my life. Yeah, right. Bitch had like 58. But I did have 8 in my life. So, who was the best? His name is Punch. How was it? How was the stroke? I mean, he never stroked it. He never put it in or anything like that. But he's the best. He is the best. And then the other guy be like, baby, you told me, but I was, you know what I'm saying? I sweat I did 2 hours and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I flipped you over. I piped you down and all that stuff. They're all the incredible shit. You're not the best. But he ain't even put it in. But he's the best. Can you imagine? Hey, yo, how would you feel? Hey, yo, how would you feel, ladies and gentlemen? All right, you got, okay, a girl. All right, there's a girl and there's you and this other guy. There's going to be, and the contest is who could F the best? Who could F her the best? That's the contest. Who could F her the best? All right, you go first. Matter of fact, let me go first. I'm just going to look at her. I'm going to look at her for like a minute. Blow her some kisses. Tell her some good. Mira, mami, tú eres caliente como el aceite en el sartén. Ah, oh, you dark skin and you speak Spanish. Oh my God, I thought that you was black. ¿Tú hablas español? Oh, I'm trying to learn Spanish. All right, I'm done. And everybody in the, what? You didn't even do nothing. Are you sure? Time is up. You're done? Are you sure? She came and all that stuff. All right, boom. You ain't even do nothing. You ain't touch her. You ain't kiss her. You ain't do nothing. Now your turn. You go. The other guy. Now he goes inside the room. He goes into the room. Bing, 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 bing. Boom, 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 boom. Ay. Oh, shit. Boom. Boom, he pulled it away. He like this, room. He flipped it all the way in the air. He stand like this, boom. And then she falls back, bang. And she's moving, bang. And she go again, bang. And she flip it around and stuff like that. You do the baby boy. You do the baby. Remember the movie, The Baby Boy? The baby boy. The baby boy. The baby boy. You do all that stuff. On ya. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa. Oh, shit. You do it all. I'm done. The guy said he done. And the crowd is going wild. Oh. Woo. All right. And the girl's like, oh, I gotta go to the gym. Oh, you worse than planning for this. Oh, right. So, lady. Wow. So who is the best? Who effed you the best? Who's the best fucker? Who's the best intruder? Who is the best lady? Tell the whole wide world. Hold on, they clapping the audience. Who is the best man to ever fuck you? She goes, Punch. And the whole world is like, man, people is like, huh? He ain't even doing yeah, he looked at you. This guy actually performed. He did his thing. He flipped you around. He bounced you around. He flew into the air. Boom, he did all the incredible shit. It was Punch. Y'all gonna be like, nah, this girl's crazy. No, Diddy ain't no party like a Diddy party. Bring the baby oil. Hey, yo. Go look it out with a $2 super chat. Huh? Y'all would think that she crazy, right? The whole world would think that she crazy. Am I right or wrong? Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Punch One Boxing. That's the best example I could give y'all. Did y'all like my example? Does it make sense? Does my example make sense, folks? Let me know. Let me know. Shut up. Shout out to my brother Rapstar Boxing. That is the voice of the UK, London. Did it make sense? Martin said right. Tower said funny analogy. Did it make sense? But did I make sense? Makes perfect sense. No, did he said. I wish life would be like that. Anybody got a shorty, wifey, and stuff like that? You too tired. You don't want to fuck. You don't want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? You just tired. She wants it. And you just look at her and be like, and she be like, and that's it. You go to sleep. Oh, yeah, because I ain't want to put in the energy. And your girl said, you the best, right? You know, there's sometimes like that. You know, sometimes you want to make love and sometimes you just don't. I thought there was This is about Tank. This is an example of Tank is a special fighter in today's boxing that you don't have to beat the best to be the best. You don't have to fight the top dog to be the top dog. You don't have to do too much to be the face of boxing. You don't have to be a world beater to be looked upon like a world, like the man. Do you understand? Gervonta Davis is probably more special than all these fighters that are special because these other guys had to prove it. Gervonta Davis is so good. Gervonta Davis is so good. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Now you're going to say, Punch, put down the drink. Now you're going to say, put down the drink. You're going to say, yeah, this is vodka. This is vodka and club. You're going to say, Punch, put down the drink. I hope I don't get, stay subscribed, y'all. Punch, don't be surprised if Lamont pull the upset. Gervonta Davis is one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. Quote me on that. Gervonta Davis is probably greater than your legendary favorite fighter. Gervonta Davis don't have to go and be a world beater like Sugar Ray Leonard and beating Durang and beating Hagler and beating Hearn. Gervonta Davis don't have to put in the work because Gervonta Davis is so good that he's captivated the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fan quite like no other fighter has ever did. Because even Mike Tyson had to put in work. Durant had to put in work. Hagler had to put in work. Hoya had to put in work. Mayweather had to put in work. Hearn had to put in work in their respective era, generation. Gervonta Davis is one of the greatest to ever lace them up, and he don't have to prove it to me. I just feel it. Gervonta Tank Davis got the best career out of any career in the sport of boxing, in the history of the sport of boxing. No, I don't want to hear. No, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hear. But Gervonta Tank Davis fans is Floyd Mayweather fan. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm here to tell y'all. No, it's not. Floyd Mayweather in his heyday couldn't sell out without nobody like Gervonta Tank Davis. Nah. Last several fights, Floyd Mayweather was not promoting Gervonta Tank Davis. Still selling out. See, the way that Floyd Mayweather was selling is that people didn't like Floyd Mayweather and they wanted to see him lose. Floyd Mayweather didn't have more fans than Luis Castillo in that arena. Floyd Mayweather didn't have more fans than Manny Pacquiao in that arena. Floyd Mayweather didn't have more fans than Oscar De La Hoya in that arena. Floyd Mayweather didn't have more fans than Arturo Gatti in that arena. Half and half. Zab Judah and Floyd Mayweather was half and half. Probably almost the same fan base. Floyd Mayweather didn't have more fans than Ricky Hatton in the arena. But when Gervonta Tank Davis fight, that's a Gervonta Tank Davis sellout crowd waiting to be entertained by Gervonta Tank Davis. Don't tell me that it's Mayweather fans. I've been to a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. That's not Floyd Mayweather fans. No, it's not. No. The attention that Gervonta Tank Davis got was because of Floyd. The attention. But not being a fan of Tank is because of Floyd. Y'all got it confused. The attention that was brought by Gervonta Tank Davis was because it was promoted by Mayweather. But the fan, because to put it this way, if that was it, then people will be waiting for Gervonta Tank Davis to lose. You'll be watching Gervonta Tank Davis because you want to see him lose. That's the Floyd Mayweather fans, or put it this way, not fans, the Mayweather followers, because you could have a bunch of haters following you. That's what Floyd Mayweather had. Floyd Mayweather didn't have a bunch of fans. Floyd Mayweather had a bunch of haters that followed Floyd Mayweather, and he capitalized off it. It's time to preach, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to tell you the truth that nobody in the boxing world has told y'all. Nobody, no channel, no independent media, no writers. Floyd Mayweather did not have a massive fan base. He had a massive following of haters that will pay to see him lose. Is a difference. Manny Pacquiao has a massive fan base that pay to see him win and also be entertained by Manny Pacquiao. Oscar De La Hoya has a massive fan base that pay to see him win, and because he's an entertaining fighter, they pay to be entertained. Canelo Alvarez the same. Floyd Mayweather did not have a large fan base. Floyd Mayweather had a large following of haters willing to pay to see him lose. It's a difference. What Gervonta Tank Davis got is not that. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't have a massive following that will pay to see him lose. No, he has a massive following that will pay and see him win and are entertained by Gervonta Tank Davis. Nobody has ever told you like I just told y'all. Y'all never heard it the way that I just explained to y'all. No boxing analyst in the world of boxing have broke it down like I broke it down for y'all. Thank you, Vodka and Club. Don't tell me that Gervonta Tank Davis, that has a screaming fans of 17,000, 18,000, or 20,000, is Floyd Mayweather fans. No. Sorry, wrong. We've never seen that before. Am I right or wrong? Let me know in the chat. Am I right or wrong? Have you seen 20,000, 17,000 fans in the arena screaming for Floyd Mayweather? Yeah! Yeah! No. When? Show me a fight. Show me a fight. Yo, if Floyd Mayweather goes to a basketball game and they put him in the screen, 75% of the arena is booing him. So how you gonna tell me that the people that go that he sells out, Gervonta Davis sells out in Atlanta? Where has Floyd Mayweather fought in Atlanta? What has Floyd Mayweather fought in the Barclays Center? Gervonta Davis is sold out in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., New York City, and about to sell out again, Vegas and Cali. He sells out anywhere he touches. He said when Mayweather fought McGregor, they went nuts. McGregor had more fans than Floyd Mayweather. McGregor had more fans. Go check out, ladies and gentlemen. Go. Hey, yo, Rap Store and everybody in the chat. Go back to the press conference. Go back to the press conference. Let's see who had more fans. McGregor even exposed it. He had more fans than Floyd Mayweather. The Irish people came out. Ricky Hatton had more fans in Vegas in American soil than Floyd Mayweather. Don't tell me that Gervonta Davis fan base is Floyd Mayweather. No, it's not. Go back. Go back to the fight. The English people bought the strip of Vegas in Floyd Mayweather's residency. Forget about home. Floyd Mayweather fought in Vegas. He lived in Vegas. And Ricky Hatton came out with his people, flew in. Nobody flying out to where as a matter of fact, you know, a lot of people been saying, yo, we wanted to see Floyd Mayweather fight outside of the country and shit like that. Guess what? That's good that Floyd Mayweather didn't do that because it would have exposed it. Because ain't nobody in America would have flew out. Ain't nobody in America flying out. We're not like the UK. We're not like the UK fans. We're not the Mexican fans, and we're not the Irish fans. Ain't nobody flying out to see Earl Spence fight Kell Brook. Ain't nobody flew out to Japan to support Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue. Ain't nobody like the Filipino fans. He said, Eric Gomes said, Tank not on the same level as Floyd. I just broke it down, Eric Gomes. I broke it down to the point where you can't debunk it. I broke it down. Tank was not skillfully on Floyd's level. But Tank is selling out everywhere. And everybody's saying that Tank is the best of his contemporaries. And he don't have to do nothing. See, Floyd Mayweather had to prove it. At one point, we didn't know who was better, Floyd or Zab Judah. Ooh. We didn't have Floyd or Oscar De La Hoya. Shit, we don't know. Floyd or Shane Mosley. We don't know. Floyd or Luis Castillo. We don't know. At one point, we don't know. When it comes to Gervonta Davis, he get hands down that he's better than all these folks. Low Nose Boxing with the $2 super chat says, I wish my favorite fighter performed like Tank. Good looking at Low Nose Boxing. Eric Gomes says, if Tank was that guy, PBC would have a network deal. If Canelo Alvarez was that guy, then PBC would have kept their network deal. Eric Gomes, my brother, Eric Gomes, don't shoot yourself on the foot with the narrative. It doesn't work here. Punch Drunk Boxing is unbiased logically and objectively. Don't say things like that, because then they will be like, well, Canelo Alvarez didn't keep the Showtime deal. Because Canelo Alvarez was on PBC. He said now Canelo's not a PBC guy. Yeah, okay. That's another narrative. That's another narrative. He's not a PBC guy. Well, he got his Undisputed versus Caleb Plant, and he had a 3-fight deal with PBC. He didn't save PBC. He didn't save it, Eric Gomes. He didn't save it. He should have saved it. He didn't save it, Eric Gomes. Canelo Alvarez didn't do shit for PBC. He didn't save it. Maybe Canelo Alvarez probably would have fought David Benavidez and promised the network that I'm a guy, David Benavidez. Maybe they would have saved PBC. But Canelo Alvarez ducked David Benavidez. Nobody performing like Tank, such as. Y'all so easy to debunk. Y'all so easy to debunk. That's why it's trash to play all this narrative games. All this narrative games. Doesn't make sense. But again, Gervonta Tank Davis, open up the chat, fam. I'm gonna open it up. Give me like five more minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So I could set the table up. So when I open up the panels, then we talk about everything. Smash that like button, though. Smash that like. How many likes we got right now? How many likes we got? Let's go about with Gervonta Tank Davis. What Gervonta Tank Davis just say? Hold on.
Even the picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like some devil shit. Look like some devil shit, like they sold that soul. Yeah, you go.
Every time I hear the same old song throughout this, let's just put the narrative to rest. This is a place where, when you go to these channels, this is a place that the narratives go out the window. You guys don't like PBC because you didn't like Deontay Wilder. You don't like PBC because you didn't like Gervonta Tank Davis and Earl Spence and Keith Thurman. You don't like PBC because in the beginning there was pro-black channels going for Al Heyman and shitting on everything else that's not black. I understand. You don't like PBC because the PBC fanboys was saying that Canelo Alvarez is not fighting black skillful fighters. But then that was just the narrative. You guys are stuck on narratives and don't want to talk about boxing. You guys are stuck on narratives and don't want to talk about boxing. PBC is dying. Well, PBC had a hell of a show with David Benavidez and David Morrell. PBC about to have a hell of a show on March 1st. Why don't y'all say, damn, PBC is busy? No, because y'all need to keep the same stupid ass narrative. PBC is dead. Well, they don't look dead to me. It's going to be a sellout crowd. PBC don't look dead to me. They look alive and well. They look alive and well. And then when you hear Canelo Alvarez said, man, I should have started my career with PBC. I wish I would have been with PBC in the beginning, that his career would have been a whole different type of career. Punch, you're forgetting that Tank puts fighters on rehydration clause and weight clauses. Okay, he put fighters on rehydration clause and they sign it. Only an A-side could do all of that. Dominic, right? And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because if Gervonta Tan Davis haven't accomplished stuff, how does he regulate rehydration clause and all and catch weights and stuff like that? It's because he got power over all these guys that have accomplished shit. He got power over them. If Gervonta Tan Davis ain't the bag, nobody will be sacrificing themselves like that. As a matter of fact, Gervonta Tan Davis said that they sell their soul. How about put it like this? Put it like this. Turki Alalshikh is so powerful that the fighters sell their soul to Turki Alalshikh. Well, Gervonta Tan Davis is so powerful that these fighters be selling their soul to Gervonta Tan Davis when it's time to sign a rehydration and catch weights. Why you submit to Gervonta Tan Davis? He hasn't accomplished a lot of things. Why you subjected to a rehydration clause and catch weights? Why you signing it? Don't blame Gervonta Tan Davis. Blame the guys that's actually signing the contracts. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. And that's what I mean, folks. Stop with the narratives and punch run boxing. It's not going to work here. It works for the other channels y'all subscribe to. It does not work here. We're unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. It does not work here. Do I like that Gervonta Tan Davis put fighters on rehydration and catch weights? No. But am I happy that these guys also sign for those rehydrations and catch weights? You hardcore boxing fans ain't powerful enough. You know who you should blame? Don't blame Gervonta Tan Davis. Don't blame these other fighters subjected to catch weights and rehydration clause. Blame yourself as fake hardcore boxing fans that don't have enough power to override the casuals. Casuals don't do shit, but casuals flip the bill. Maybe if y'all would stop making fun of fighters that accomplish and doesn't sell, then maybe you should go out, travel like other boxing fans and support those fighters. Oh, Teofimo Lopez fight in these theaters. Well, where were you when he was in the big room? Well, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia only sold 300K and only did 11,000 in the Barclays Center. Where were you? You wanted to see Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Where were you? Low nose boxing. Tank looks like an oracle. Ryan came in overweight and took steroids against Devin, so he deserved that catch weight and rehydration clause from Tank. Low nose boxing with a $5 super chat. Good looking out, low nose boxing, but stop lying about steroids. Nobody took steroids. Don't charge people with that. I'll tell you this also, and this is a fact, and I said this about Canelo Alvarez as well. Gervonta Tan Davis is a tiny man, bro. He's smaller and tinier than all these guys, and they know it. When I looked at Gervonta, when I went to the Washington, D.C. fight, I was out there in the locker room, and I seen Gervonta Tan Davis. I said, yikes. Ese tigre es un anito casi. That dude is nearly a midget, bro. No lie. And skinny, no lie, he looked like a child. Gervonta Tan Davis looked like a pure... Gervonta Tan Davis, no lie, he looked like my son when my son was 12 years old. So then when people do say, yo, have a rehydration clause and all that stuff, when I saw him, that's when I actually be like, yo, this guy's tiny, bro. Hey, yo, this guy is tiny. I'm dead serious. This guy is tiny. He's way smarter than Shakur, way smarter than Tio, way smarter than Haney, way smarter than Ryan. He was even shorter than Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I was thinking about, to be honest, folks? And I did not support this fight. I did not support this fight. It might seem I'm going to contradict myself, but I started thinking about this yesterday when I was listening to Barry Hunter. And when I said, it's true, because I can't lie, I seen Gervonta Tank Davis right there. I got a video where he's passing right by me while he was about to fight Hector Luis Garcia. He's almost the same size as Naoya Inoue. He's almost the same size like Naoya Inoue. Now, I've been like, I don't want to see that fight. I don't think, it's weight classes for a reason. We seen Tank go to 140 before. We seen Tank balloon himself before. But when Gervonta Tank Davis just be healthy, like he's living a healthy lifestyle, eating, that dude is closer to a Naoya Inoue than a Devin Haney. I'm for real, bro. Tank is tiny, bro. I'm telling you, Tank is way smarter than who he was next to when I saw it. Like, I remember when Demetrius Andre went to the locker room to give props to Tank, and Jerome Boots Ennis was in the locker room. That's when I see the video with that I put with Boots and Andre. Tank is like, when you see Tank, you be like, how does he knock out people like that? Because he's a tiny. When I saw Canelo Alvarez in Tao restaurant, and I saw Triple G. When you see people in person, you be like, when you see people in person, you gain more respect for them. Canelo Alvarez, compared to Triple G looked like he was 195 pounds walking around. Canelo Alvarez walking around looked like he's 175 walking around. And I saw Canelo Alvarez. Even when you see Canelo Alvarez, you be like, damn, Canelo Alvarez is a short dude. Canelo Alvarez is not. I don't think he's. I know he's shorter than even Floyd Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez is the same height like Keith Thurman, but when I seen Keith Thurman had a little more weight on him. Canelo Alvarez is short. Canelo Alvarez is small. So when I even seen Canelo and Triple G, I'm like, you gain more respect. You be like, damn, Canelo Alvarez is a beast. To take punches from these guys? To take punches from Triple G, Kovalev, Daniel Jacob is 6 feet. Put it this way. If you just see Canelo and if you see Canelo Alvarez and Demetrius Andre or Canelo Alvarez, I seen Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a tall guy too. If you seen him, like if you saw Canelo and Caleb Plant, or Canelo and David Benavidez, Canelo and Demetrius Andre, and you don't know that that's Canelo, and you don't know that's Andre, you don't know that that's Jacobs, you don't know that's Triple G, and you be like, who you think will win a fight from these two men? You will look at Canelo Alvarez, you'll be like, all these guys will beat up Canelo Alvarez. Tib Bayless, yeah. Demetrius Andre, when they say he's 6'1", 6'1", he is 6 feet, 6'1". He is that. He's tall. He's tall. David Benavidez, man, David Benavidez look like Tyson Fury when he rehydrates. David Benavidez is a big boy. As a matter of fact, they list David Benavidez as 6'3". No, David Benavidez is like 6'4". They list David Benavidez. No, they list David Benavidez at 6'2". Nah, David Benavidez is 6'3", 6'4". David Benavidez is not no 6'2". Nah, I stand next to David Benavidez. David Benavidez is 6'3", 6'4". Maybe they stop giving his weight after 6'2". He's not 6'2". David Benavidez is a 6'3", 6'4" monster, bro. I seen Bud Crawford too. No, Bud Crawford is an actual fat 5'8", 5'8", 5'9". He's an actual 5'8", 5'9". He's an actual 5'8", 5'9". I seen how small Canelo looked against Callum Smith. Canelo is an all-time great, the greatest Mexican of all time. So a lot of people doesn't want to talk. A lot of people is downing this fight with Lamar Roach and Gervonta Davis, but I shout out to Lamar Roach for daring to be great. Lamar Roach is daring to be great. Why don't y'all give him credit? Why don't y'all give him credit? Why don't y'all give Lamar Roach credit for daring to be great with versus Gervonta Davis? Because in this community, we was given a lot of props for Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin to face Shakur Stevenson. We never downplay Shakur Stevenson for fighting Kid Austin, while we downplaying Gervonta Davis fighting a champion, Lamar Roach. But then we have Tank and Shakur as like, oh, that's the 50-50 fight in the lightweight division. That's the best fight in the best. Why is okay for Shakur Stevenson to fight Kid Austin, who was not even ranked in a WBC top 10? He was number 40 in the WBC, and we in the YouTube boxing community was respecting Shakur Stevenson versus Kid Austin. But y'all guys want to talk shit about Tank versus Lamar Roach, where Lamar Roach is the champion. No. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's keep it consistent. I want to see consistency from the chat. I want to see consistency. Let's open up the panels. Let me see what y'all got for me. Hey, yo, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, let's open up the panels. Let's see people with boxing minds. And I want you to keep that same. I want you to keep the energy, all right? Because I need energy. I don't like that boring boxing talk. I want energy over here. I want energy. Saludo. Era donation, ladies and gentlemen, donation. No, sean cheap. Estamos trabajando today. And then we could talk about Tom Min.
He's a bird head. He don't want no smoke. Tell boxer right, I'll box his head off. Where's the ring at? 10 million right now. Today, nigga. I'll catch a flight wherever you at. 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring.
Lono's good, though.
Yo, bro.
Jay in the building. Good, JJ.
Demon the
Yo, truth be told, right? Despite the lack of accolades and real belts that Tank don't have compared to his contemporaries, the only two guys that have a better resume than him is Tio and Devin. And even them two don't have a deeper resume than Tank. They have a better resume in terms of the quality of wins. You know what I'm saying? Tio got Loma and Josh. Devin got Loma and Regis, but Tank got a deeper resume. And truth be told, Ryan Garcia is 50-50 with Tio. Mario Barrios is 50-50 with Devin, maybe a favorite. So even though Tank's resume is not that sexy as far as legacy-wise, as far as big legends, but Tank done iced out some dudes on a consistent basis to the point where I'm confident that Tank is going to outperform Subriel Matias this Saturday. Lamar Roach is a better opponent than anybody Shakur's fought in his last 3 fights. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a given that those other guys even smoke the guys that Tank smoked. Does
So so so
Old
so what you're saying is that perception wins.
no no
Perception is greater. Perception is
consistency.
greater than reality.
Consistency. Tank is smoking everything moving right now. The only person that went 12 with Tank was Pitbull after he hurt his hand.
It's
Other
a
than that,
fact.
we seen we seen Tank single-handedly, despite the weight clause, he took away the fastest, most powerful left hook in boxing. Ryan couldn't even touch that nigga with that hook, bro.
But
Ryan is a dangerous fight for anybody, bro. Anybody.
Gamboa also went 12 rounds. He just got TKO in the 12th.
Yeah, no doubt. But that was a while ago. We're talking about what's happening recently. You know
Oh
what I'm
no,
saying?
yeah, facts.
That's like judging a baseball player based on what he did in 2019, 2022 to 25. Papa, he been doing this thing. Tank Davis is icing everybody, and I'm not even a Tank fan. I'm a
Is he
Tio fan.
is he icing who he needs to ice, or is it that he's just outperforming? He's overwhelming the boxing fans with his performances and the eye test. He's just overwhelming the eye test for everybody else, and these guys are not really outperforming him. You know what I'm saying? Let's say for like Teofimo Lopez, his last outing, Steve Claggett, it wasn't a statement victory. The Jermaine Ortiz it wasn't a statement victory. He did beat Josh Taylor, but he didn't stop Josh Taylor. It was a beautiful outing for Tio, but he didn't stop Josh Taylor, in which he shouldn't stop. Best fight in the best shouldn't be like that, right? Then you got Devin
Sometimes
Haney losing, and then you got Devin Haney losing to Ryan Garcia, and then you got Shakur Stevenson. A lot of people always want to question his performance, right? Not necessarily that he got skills and talent, but with Shakur Stevenson and his performance, his statement, he don't have no statement wins in his latest outing. But Gervonta Davis is probably the most consistent guy in knocking people out. And if people feel like, oh well, Gervonta Davis is fighting bums, Gervonta Davis ain't fighting these caliber fighters, at least he takes them out, because these other guys has the same opportunity, not fighting
Yo,
the
Punch.
same fighter, and still they go a whole 12 with them. Is that a
Nah,
problem?
that's
But I'd rather get a win
yo.
over
Question
better
real quick, bro.
opposition. I better get a win over better opposition. That's more valuable to me. Beating the best. There's nothing better than beating the best.
But it's not
Beating the best
convincing.
opposition is better than knocking out bums.
I mean, for the pure
but he-
hardcore sense, yes, but it doesn't seem like it's like that anymore. Because if like I showed you the pound for pound list of Ring Magazine, right? These panelists, these writers are credible. You know what I'm saying? Every time when we go to a story or something, we go to Ring Magazine, Boxing Scene. So these people that vote in Gervonta Davis to be 8 pound for pound and don't have no Tio and don't have Shakur, is given the whole world and the hardcores and the casuals
That's
that,
just
you know what,
favoritism.
That's not.
whatever Shakur Stevenson
That's
have accomplished.
favoritism, bro.
Hold on. Whatever
Got it.
Shakur Stevenson haven't accomplished and whatever Teofimo Lopez haven't accomplished is not enough to tell the people that they are better than Gervonta Davis, who has accomplished less than them.
Yo, Punch. Question right here, bro. Belda. I don't get how is Shakur hand injured now, right after Tank is about to make a big announcement. Like both hands is injured now till August, like right after he's about to make a big announcement after he win this fight. Like that shit low-key crazy. And it's like, damn, we know Eddie Smart, he know how to delay time and try to probably get Shakur one more fight and then cash him out. But it's like it's looking funny because Shakur and Keyshawn, what they do, call out Tank, and they have fights lined up next. So it kind of don't make sense. Like they contradict, and it's like a lot of games being played, and only if you really on top, like if you really watch boxing and you a boxing fan for real, you could see through it. Because people just say, "Oh, he's ducking." But then again, when the people don't understand is that these people have fights lined up already. Like Devin and Ryan got fights lined up. How you can't call them out if they got fights lined up already? Like
People not want to admit, but they also
For
use
clout.
Tank name.
as a Tank fan, I want him to face a top contender next, and I'm willing to say that. Like I want him to face a top contender next. But then again, who we probably get Ryo or Shakur.
But it's true what you said in a sense, because think about it. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, but Keyshawn Davis was calling out.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Now Tank Davis. and he become a champion.
And don't call him out.
Interview, he don't call him out. Then he did an interview and said, "Stop saying his name." He said the interviewers to stop saying his name. I'm not.
Nenhum squeak. Nenhum ratão. Nenhum squeak. Like, come on, bro.
He did the same thing with
And
Theo
then it's
too.
like, then they wonder why they say the same thing about Tank. Oh, he fight bums, he fight this, he don't do nothing. But then again, it's like, bro, y'all being brought up the same way, and y'all not seeing that. Like, it's the same blueprint, the same way y'all saying Tank was brought up and he been matchmake to the T. Y'all being brought up the same way.
And then
if you look back into this face, I'm sorry, bro. I can't respect Shakur winning the belt, the WBC, the way he won with De Los Santos. I know his hands was hurt, but it's like you can't respect somebody getting a belt like that.
And then when they say all these years that Gervonta Tank Davis was ducking Lomachenko, yeah, but now when there was a contract on the table, there's negotiations for the Lomachenko fight. Is Lomachenko that pulled out of the fight? But then when he pulled out of the fight, people be like, "Oh no, but you remember several years ago, Tank didn't want to fight." No, you a champion, Lomachenko. Why Lomachenko's getting the pass?
And mind you, he tried to fight these guys. He tried to fight Loma. Loma didn't want to fight. He tried to fight Pitbull. Pitbull took an L. You can't fight somebody.
He was
he tried to fight Ryo.
We always hold the people accountable. Even the Canelo Alvarez. Hey, yo, you got the division on hostage. We said about that with the PBC fighter. You hold the division on hostage. Well, Lomachenko is a champion, and we giving him a pass because he needs to think about what he wants to do. He wants to break from his family. You want to break from your family? All right, drop that belt. You ain't gonna have no break and tell the whole world, I don't know whether I want to retire or not, or have his business handlers tell the people, he doesn't know, he want to take a break, he's not undecided yet. Man, drop that belt.
I'm a roll.
To answer your question, Punch, you asked me about is Tank fighting who we gotta fight. No, as far as his peers that are like close to his level, no, he's not fighting those guys. But the guys that he's fighting right now at the moment are pretty much on the same level or a little bit on a higher level than the other guys that they've been fighting. And Tank is doing to them what these guys are not doing to their opponents. Like, if you look at Tank's last 3 opponents, right? Lamont Roach, because he's gonna get iced on Saturday. I'll bet the house on that. Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia, right? That's tougher than Edwin De Los Santos and the other 2 guys Shakur fought. That's tougher than Jermaine Ortiz and Claggett. That's tougher than Devin just fought Ryan. But you feel what I'm saying? And all due respect, Theo went life and death with Claggett, whatever you want to say about it. Even though he won every round, when you come out of that fight looking like that, that's life and death, brother. I don't care how many rounds or how many.
Nah, bro, come on, life and death, bro. Life and death. You gotta be bloody double.
He took punishment, though, bro. He took punishment. His face looked bad.
Oh, manito, he just had 2 little child. That was just a little, that's a fight, bro.
That's unacceptable, bro.
At least I respect Theo. Hold on. At least I respect Theo, because that's how you should be coming out of fight.
I do too. Theo's my favorite fighter, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm the type of nigga that
life and death.
Yeah, life and death se pasó, manito.
But that was a bad joint, bro. That was still a bad joint, bro. That was still a bad joint. You ain't supposed to come out of there looking like that with no Steve Claggett, bro. And Jermaine Ortiz, hopefully with Eddie Reynoso, he gets it together and learns how to cut the ring off. Because Tank would have iced Jermaine Ortiz out. He would have closed the gap.
How do you know that? You don't know that.
Because he does it. That's what he do it to Frank Martin, bro. That's
Frank
Jermaine
Martin
Ortiz.
is not like Jermaine Ortiz. We seen what Ortiz could do with Loma. Who the fuck did Frank Martin fight before that?
Yeah, but when he fought Loma, he fought different. He came at Lomachenko. When he fought Tio, he ran.
Life and death.
That's even more of a reason.
Life and death with fucking Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's life.
I seen what Tank could do execute. Tank knows how to cut the ring off. He's the most complete fighter out of the 4 quote-unquote young kings. He's the only one that knows how to cut the ring off, and he can still do all that slick shit they can all do. Plus, he got the equalizer, and he got a Mexican.
Bro, you can't cut the ring off, manito, on somebody that doesn't want to engage.
Yeah, he thinks it's easy like that.
Like, that's not, you feel me? There's fighters that got their tricks and they could, apply more pressure.
That's not technical boxing. That's not how it works. It doesn't guarantee, don't get me wrong, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to take out everybody that's running, because that's not.
You know what's crazy? My bad, bro. I'm sorry to be cutting you off, but when Steve Claggett, when Shakur, Tio had that fight with Jermaine Ortiz, Shakur posted, how does it Tio know how to cut off the ring, and I could have
Shakur don't
swore
do
that I
it.
heard Shakur say the same thing after he
Listen,
fought someone.
here's the
He said
difference
that
between
same
today's
shit. He said, I
fighters.
have to work on cutting the ring off.
Yo,
I'm
here's
like,
the
yo,
difference
you
real
just
quick.
a walking contradiction.
Yo,
But then
here's the difference between today's fighters and yesterday's fighters, and I'm gonna get off after this.
Manito.
Today's fighters are not all the way complete, real well-rounded. Back in the day, you had dudes that could cut
Because
the
they're
ring off,
rushing them.
and I'm talking about most of the guys right now. They can't do both things. You either gonna be slick with me counter puncher, or you could cut the ring off. You don't got dudes that could do both. T.O. showed he couldn't do it. Boots couldn't do it. Shakur couldn't do it.
Name me. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this because there's always in boxing discussions and debates always bring the past and shit on today. Tell me those people that could cut the ring that what you're saying is a better skillful fighter, but don't mention me the Durants, the Hagler, the Hearns. Don't mention me. Mention the 7th ranked fighter in those years. Because it's always trying to shit on fighters that are not even that's entering their prime, not even in their prime, to say, well, these guys don't do it like Hagler. These guys don't do it like Durant.
Well, the reason I gotta bring them up because that's the elite of their generation. The elite of this generation.
I watch a lot of tapes, bro. And back in the day, I could name a lot of fighters that.
Bro,
what about Sugar Ray Robinson? You don't like Sugar Ray Robinson?
Before Ray Leonard fought Tommy Hearns, he was always a back foot fighter. When he fought Tommy Hearns, he had to be a front foot fighter when Tommy got on that wheel and started boxing with the jab. And Sugar Ray effectively cut the ring off on him.
That's what I just said.
Hold on. I'll give you another one. Hector Camacho.
That's what I just tell you, but you proving my point. No, don't give me
Hector Camacho, bro.
Give me the greatest of the greats.
All right, Hector Camacho. Listen, Hector Camacho.
He's a legendary fighter. He's a Hall of Famer.
All right, Hector Camacho. I seen Camacho fight
a fighter that is just from that generation. You said fighters of the past are these fighters today are not like fighters of the past.
Hector Camacho did it. Camacho walk niggas down.
Legendary fighters. Comparing legendary fighters to these fighters of today, that we can't even say yet if they're legendary.
Yeah, but these are guys that are touted to eventually become. Nobody's legendary right now except for Canelo and probably Usyk. The bottom line is these are guys that are touted to be legacy one day, to be legends. So I'm gonna hold them to those standards, bro. I seen Camacho walk niggas down when he fought taller dudes. I seen him walk niggas down, bro. He did it to Howard Davis Jr., who was a fucking 5'10", nigga. I see Pernell Whitaker do it against a Cuban nigga that went in there and ran for his life. And Pernell Whitaker cut the ring off and knocked his ass out in the 12th round, bro. And we never seen Pernell Whitaker fight that type of fight before, bro. We seen Durant all his life be a front foot fighter, and when it was time for him to box off the back foot, he did it. When I ran boxing,
but then you just said that, let's say Teofimo Lopez can't cut the ring off, but who?
Right now, I'm not thinking.
But at the time that Teofimo Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko had the best footwork.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, he's not a back foot fighter, Punch.
He was pressuring, he was back footed, everything.
Lomachenko can fight in the back foot, inside, approach you. He has every skill elite in the book. Lomachenko has every skill set.
Yeah, he knows how to do everything.
He's another one that's
elite.
He's another one that's limited.
And he got power too.
Elite.
He got no defense for body punches.
Teofimo Lopez know how to cut him off.
Lomachenko has no defense for body shots. He got no answer for body shots. All he does
is not that, bro. It's not the fighter.
He's not a back foot fighter, bro.
Bro, but I'm saying Teofimo Lopez could cut the ring off for the Lomachenko. Jermaine Ortiz wasn't there to fight.
Literally.
Everybody knows that he wasn't there to fight.
Yo, he was shoe shining. He wasn't committed to no punches.
Bro,
better be if Canelo, Tank, and Virgil Ortiz are the only guys today. And what's his name?
You never seen him with a guy that's just basically running.
Exactly. Bro, you know what I don't understand? He literally said that the game plan that he had, he literally changed it on fight night. Like, that is crazy. How you change your game plan on fight night?
Frank Martin.
That kind of tell me.
Frank Martin tried. You know what I'm saying? Barrios tried. He never had. Gervonta Tan Davis never had to face a guy that he needs to chase down.
Frank Martin.
No, Frank Martin was actually throwing some punches.
Yeah, but he was moving back though. He was still moving around.
And he had a cookie. He had a cookie there too. No, he had to face what Teofimo Lopez had to face with Jermaine Ortiz. He was running. He didn't have to face that.
It don't matter.
You gonna tell me that Lamont Roach is better than Jermaine Ortiz?
We don't know. We don't know that.
Yo, Punch.
Lamont Roach lost to Herring, to Jamel Herring.
An effective fighter in the outside that's his style. He fights on the outside and he's trying to win from the outside because he really can't win in the inside, but he's not really running. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. So he knows how to cut the ring off then, right? That's what you're telling me. So he knows how to cut the ring off.
I believe that Tank, I believe that Tio, I believe that Ryan, I believe these guys know how to cut the ring off.
Facts.
If a guy is there to fight you and box and not surviving, they know how to cut the ring off. They know how to cut the ring off. They already
Some fighters are more elusive than others.
They already
just because you could cut the ring off for one guy doesn't mean you could do it to everybody.
Now, do you know how? It's cutting.
No, you're right, bro. Homeboy, right? You're right there because you're absolutely right because it depends on how much your skill level is. Because Chavez was an expert at cutting the ring off, but he couldn't do it to Pernell because Pernell was even more of an expert at keeping you in the circle. You feel what I'm saying?
It's a difference, bro.
A lot of people.
Pernell wasn't really running that much.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people when they was doing the analysis of Majramov and Virgil Ortiz, they was giving that Majramov is way skillful than Virgil Ortiz. That Virgil Ortiz is not that athletic, that he don't got the footwork like that. But guess what? Virgil Ortiz closed the deal.
I slept on Virgil Ortiz. Virgil knows how to cut the ring off. I got to give it to him. He knows how to cut the ring off.
Oh, I know.
Yo, and
the only thing I didn't want it to be is just, you always heard health problems with him and stuff like that. So that's, that's the only thing you got to keep in mind. Like, hopefully comes everything in there safe,
Is this, you also got to understand that certain fighters, they do put pressure on themselves. And when they put pressure on themselves the most is when they fight home. When they have a homecoming fight. See, you could tell, let's say, Boots with Karen, right? The first fight. That that was a big show for him. It was in DC. He had a lot of fans out there for him and stuff like that. So certain fighters, they go with their mindset like, yo, it's gonna be like this. And then they go in there and they do their studies on this fighter that doesn't fight like that. Like Jermaine Ortiz with Teofimo Lopez. We never seen Jermaine Ortiz fight like that. So Tio is not going into the fight thinking this guy's just gonna basically run. I already beat him in the amateurs. I know him very well. He don't fight Jamel here like that. He didn't fight Vasily Lomachenko. Matter of fact, he was fighting on the inside versus Vasily Lomachenko. All right, he's not expecting this guy to actually just be outside and run. Yes, you're supposed to be prepared for any style and things of that nature. But when you see a fighter don't fight within his character and DNA, in my opinion, there's the other fighter did something to them. That why he's fighting like that?
Nah, no loud punch, but not to even cut Tio slack too. He did say he only sparred like 2 times in that camp. Like, why would you only spar 2 times, bro?
Yeah, that's his last couple fights.
We gotta come on him for that too.
Yeah, but he said that too.
Yeah, his last couple fights, even for the Steve Claggett joint, he didn't even spar that much. He said it himself.
What do you think it is that he don't want to pay niggas and shit?
I don't know what
he coaches believe sparring. Going hard sparring is not good for your body. There's certain people that believe hard sparring is good and hard sparring isn't good. So it depends on who you grow up under.
Yo, Punch, I had a question for you, bro.
Yo,
I was gonna ask you. So with the real quick with the PBC, do you think they're gonna be sustainable if they're gonna keep charging these $80, $90 pay-per-views versus Turki Alalshikh giving us the little 20 piece, but it's major fights on each one of those cards. What do you think? Are they going to be sustainable?
I think they've been sustainable. You know what I'm saying? I think that I think that people haven't acknowledged or realized the PBC business model with particular fighters. And I've been saying this for years. People got to understand where Al Heyman comes from. Al Heyman comes from the music industry, right? Yeah. He's a promotional guy. He's done the shows for all these artists, the Drakes, the Beyoncés, the Bobby Browns, the Big Daddy Kane. To this day, he's a promoter. You notice that Gervonta and Dave is always selling out, right?
Right.
He's not depending on the whole boxing world to buy the fight. He's depending on Gervonta Tank Davis fan base. If you got enough fan base, he's not trying to make Gervonta Tank Davis break Floyd Mayweather's record. It's not about that. It's about that. It's almost like going to concert. This is Gervonta. Tomorrow, on Saturday, is Gervonta Tank Davis concert. His fans is going to show up while everybody else is complaining and boxing the hardcore. I don't want to pay for that. No, he got a large fan base that when he goes to concert, put it that way, and look at Gervonta Tank Davis as a music artist. He's going on concert, right? And all these other fight is his opening act. The Barclays Center is going to sell out for Gervonta Tank Davis. It's almost like in music. If you're a Jay-Z fan, and are you gonna go to Taylor Swift concert and be like, oh man, come on, man, that's just too much? No, you're going for Jay-Z no matter what. You don't give a fuck who Jay-Z is gonna bring out to sing his songs or do the collab. You're going to go out there to see Jay-Z. He got his fan base. You're gonna pay for it. Yeah, it's still music. It's still a genre. That doesn't mean because you like hip hop and country. It doesn't mean that. That's how PBC work. I'm gonna put it on pay-per-view because Gervonta Tank Davis fans, he's already got a value that he got enough people that's gonna pay for his fights. And the boxing world is like, nah, that's not worth it for pay-per-view. Who said it? Go to a Gervonta. Anybody come to the Gervonta Tank Davis event. See how it is, and tell me if he's worth it.
So what you're saying is basically about perspective. Like the fans, they think it's worth the 80, but to like hardcores, we may not be prone to paying that. Is that what you're saying? For his fan base, they see it as valuable, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you bought for something that your boys or your family member don't think that is worth for you to buy, and you be like, shit, I'm gonna buy this shit.
Every day, bro.
Right?
Every day. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's the same shit.
You know what it is? I guess what I'm saying is it seems like Turkey's just like a damn monopoly. You know, he's just taking over everything. So what I'm saying is it's like we already know who the top dudes in the division are right now. So I'm just thinking like at some point it's gonna lead, like they're gonna have to fight, you know what I mean? And it's just like, how much longer can you go if Tank just has these pool of guys that nobody really knows? You know what I mean? I think that we do. I think that if we're look at this, if we're hardcore boxing fans, we do know who they are.
Right. Is that people don't want to respect who he's fighting until he fights T.O., Haney, Shakur, and everybody else is gonna be nothing. That's why I said earlier. Did we respect Shakur Stevenson fighting Flo Schofield, Kid Austin? Everybody was up on it. Everybody felt that it was a good fight for Kid. It was a good opportunity. Nobody was saying, "Nah, I don't want to see Shakur fight Flo Schofield, Kid Austin. That shit is a bad fight. That shit is worse. I don't want to support it." Nobody was saying that.
But that showed that Kid Austin want to be great.
Exactly. So why not give the same respect for a champion in the super featherweight division and Lamar Roach that he's daring to be great?
Facts.
But you know what it is? It's because it can maybe give bad optics. Like if Tank or if Devin and Ryan are fighting, and then you look at who Tank's fighting, I guess that kind of creates a division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, that's why I came up. I understand. I'm with y'all, but that's why I said, look how they have Tank. Tank is selling out. Right. Everybody, all his contemporaries is calling him out. He's the bag. Plus the boxing pundits and writers have him better than these guys. So as a businessman, why would you even risk it? You don't have to, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like all these great fighters had to do something great and be somebody great to be great. But with Gervonta Tank Davis is a new business model in boxing that we never seen before from any other fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. Why now? Think about it. I want to see the fight, but why would Gervonta Tank Davis risk him now? If he's the bag, he's better than all his contemporaries. That's the way that they have him on pound for pound list. What does he need to prove? Think about it. At least if, let's say, the Ring Magazine and the pundits be like, you're not pound for pound, you're not fighting nobody, and shame him to do something. Nobody is shaming Tank to do anything.
Nah, yeah, punch. I feel like now it's for he I feel like he feels that he gotta do it for the people, like to just shut people up. Cause you know,
Who?
we all know he said he came up when he first started coming into boxing, he wanted to do it for the money. You know, it was only for the money. And then he also followed Floyd blueprint, but he following the money made blueprint. He not the money, the pretty boy. You get what I'm saying? I like
You're not following that. See that, you know, to be honest, that's a narrative. Because Floyd Mayweather needed to beat Castillo, needed to beat Arturo Gatti, needed to beat Zab Judah, needed to beat Chop Corley, needed to beat all these guys to be where he at, and he still wasn't the guy. He needed to beat Oscar De La Hoya. He needed to do something great. He needed to become a 5-division world champion and beat champions and former champions and legendary fighters.
But those are the type of fights, you know, that just sends ripples of effect towards the world. You feel me? You need somebody like Oscar De La Hoya too, though. That's, you know, putting on big shows, entertainers, good looking, can fight, got a popular.
Oscar De La Hoya needed to be Hector Camacho.
You know, Tank is that guy, and I feel like Ryan and Tank complement each other very well. But besides that, I don't know. I don't think the Haney or any Shakur, like, I don't see it being the biggest fight. I see it bigger. They biggest fight, but not Tank's biggest fight.
Look what he said in front of the media today. He's like, "You seen the fight with Shakur Stevenson? You see the guy's face? Come on, man. These guys." And what he said the other day, he said, "Nobody is better. No, I'm the hottest thing on TV. Nobody is showing more skills on TV better than me." Did anybody say no? Not even his haters could say no. The only thing that you know that we're gonna say, you know what they're gonna say? But who do you fight? But who these other guys are fighting lately? Who these fighters are fighting lately? I'm gonna tell you like this: if Tio would have knocked out Jermaine Ortiz and would have knocked out Steve Claggett after his performance with Josh Taylor, the whole world of boxing will be shaming Gervonta Davis to fight Tio. But because
what if Tio knocks out his next opponent?
Maybe, but he got to do it.
Yeah, who is going to be his next opponent?
Already Barbosa Richardson, but I think they're going to lean to Barbosa because I don't feel like Richardson Hitchens. I know he's training in Brooklyn right now in I think Saddam Ali's gym, and I don't think they're calling out Tio. I
fuck with Richardson, man, but the title getting to his head, man. I don't know.
Man, I hope they fight. I'm looking forward to that fight.
All of a sudden, they don't want to fight Tio now.
It's not that. It's just that they want more money. They see that the Turkey's being involved, and they just want more money now.
Hey, Punch, tell me this, bro. Tell me why certain race baiting is accepted versus some isn't. Like the whole thing with Tio with the banana and shit. To me, it's just like it's like just soft promotion. He already knows he's gonna get people the eyeballs and get everybody hyped. But to me, it's no different than all the black fighters when they come out with the Mexican colors, sombrero, and it's the same shit. It's just for the promotion, you know what I'm saying? But one side chooses to get more mad than the other, you know?
It's double standards. That's what it is.
I think certain culture doesn't get an uproar for it. They don't get mad about it. Let's say like if it's different. It's a different reaction, right? If you be like, man, you burrito eating, I'm like, shit, I like burrito.
Right.
If you tell a dude, you banana, you racist.
Yeah, give a Dominican nigga a plátano. You think they're gonna cry like that?
Man, give me throw me a bunch. I hope somebody would have given me a basket of plátanos.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? It's different culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I love watermelon. You give me a basket of banana and watermelon, I don't gotta go shopping. Good looking out.
Niggas gave you a mango con los tres golpes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Man, I bought them banana. I bought a plátano, scrap. Give me 3 eggs, fried over easy with the nice pink onions and shit like that. And a tropical cheese, man. I love it, man. Give me bananas. Put it that way. Pause. Give me plátano. Green and yellow.
Yeah, it's just when it comes to that shit, it's just like I don't know. And the thing is, this shit's been going on since what, like Roger Mayweather? The fucking wearing, it's been going on for decades.
Can you look? They call it. Think about this. They say they call it the Mexicutioner. Can you imagine if a Mexican fighter says the black executioner or something like that? I just beat
the
a
black assassin.
Can you imagine?
There's gonna be protests.
Ay. But the thing is, they know the nature of the sport. Certain coaches just know the nature of it. It don't, But I think that with Tio. I think that I think it was good marketing if somebody would have bite to it, right? If Earl,
Right.
if Terence Crawford said, you know what, I'm gonna beat this dude up. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an opportunity. I don't got to fight right now. You know what? I'm gonna do it for the culture. And I think that people still would have supported that. But no, but then it's weird. For me, I thought it was weird that these guys were saying, "Oh, you're racist. I won't fight you." Damn.
Can I say something?
Shit,
Yeah, it sounds
I was like,
backwards almost.
yeah, I'm like, damn. Even though that is not an ideal thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be dangerous as well. But that is the nature of the sport. It would have been a good storyline. It would have been like, yeah, you need a little bit of drama and stuff like that. But he ain't want to bite. So not that he looks stupid. If they don't bite, then he just looks that it don't look right if they don't bite.
I'm surprised Richard Richardson didn't say anything.
You know why? Because these guys know Tio. Because they look, deep down inside,
They know he
like
could fight.
you see how Shakur admitted it. He like, come on, man, Tio, you're not even racist. Stop,
I
because
saw that. Yeah.
because he been knowing Tio since they was 11, 12 years old. So they know Tio. And all these guys, Richardson Hitchens, Africa, Devin Haney, since they was kids, right? They all know each other. So that's why you never seen this uproar from them, like, yo, you race, because they know Tio. They know exactly what he was doing. So as much that he was playing the media, they was also playing the media, acting like if Tio was mad serious about it. Everybody knew what he was trying to do to entice a fight. Because they all know him.
And they still don't want to fight him.
Everybody, because it's a business, man. It's all about anticipation. That's what sells. All I gotta do is call you out, marinate a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Why y'all think that it was big? You know why? Because it was marinated, and every time Floyd Mayweather beat somebody, then Manny Pacquiao came and beat the guy that Floyd Mayweather beat worse. So there was an anticipation. It was anything you can do, I can do better. Floyd beat Cotto, then here comes Manny Pacquiao. Shane Mosley, here comes Manny Pacquiao, or Floyd Mayweather first, and Manny. You know what I'm saying? They was fighting the same type of fighter, and Manny Pacquiao. It was a build up to it.
And to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but that shit sells, bro. Like, and it gets people dialed in. Like, you telling me I see a fighter disrespecting the Mexican flag or wearing the sombrero and shit, I'm gonna be kind of locked in to watch that shit. So I don't know, but then again, boxing's all about. At the end of the day, it's about nationalism. You're gonna support your guy. He's Mexican. I'm gonna support him. He's Dominican. I'm gonna support him. But yeah, I'm hoping. He fights. Hitchison.
America just doesn't want to support boxing, even if it's not the best fight in the best. There's an echo.
Punch, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's an echo. But anyway,
Hey, yo, Punch.
let me see. Yo, South Punch Boxing. That was you. Yo,
Can you hear me, fam?
your mic is way low.
Yeah, he sounds super low.
Like you hiding under covers or something like that.
How about now?
It's the same.
Damn. How about now?
I hear you, but it's real low. But chop it up. Go ahead.
Hey, fam. Like, who do you like, in your personal opinion? If you could trace back when this all started, who do you think started wearing the Mexican colors during a fight? As far as you know, who was the first boxer to do that?
Roger Mayweather. That I can remember.
Wasn't he called the Mexican assassin, right? Some shit like that.
Mhm.
Punch, can you hear me now?
Same way. Yo.
Yeah, I can't hear him for nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I had him. You got that echo. But anyway, executioner, yeah. Coda in the building. Still an echo. Yo, jump out and jump back in. Yo, yeah, man. Sound horrible.
Yo, Punch, did you hear I think Dana White's talking about starting a boxing league or some shit like that?
The TKO stuff, I heard about it and stuff like that, but I haven't really downed into it. I mean, the good thing about it is that more platform for the sport of boxing, more opportunity
Right.
for fighters. You know, I find it as a good thing. You know, I find
Right,
it as
right.
a good thing, but you know, I think
But
that
yeah,
I don't think that promoters fail. Like, let's say we'll be like, oh, PBC is drowning. If you look at it, everybody top rank ESPN is not renewing the contract. So did ESPN did a bad job like PBC? Why nobody's saying the same thing they was saying about PBC? Why nobody saying about Top Rank? Why nobody's on Top Rank saying y'all failed?
right.
You see the narrative? Why nobody saying that about Top Rank? The same shit they were saying about PBC. Why they don't say that shit about Top Rank? Everybody
Right.
was up on PBC. Oh, Showtime is done. Showtime is done. Now, okay, ESPN is done. ESPN is bigger than Showtime. Why nobody's up on? Damn, what did Top Rank do? Not for ESPN to renew their contract.
And honestly, as a like for me, I'm looking at it like from the fan perspective. I actually enjoyed Showtime's like build up to the fight. You're talking about the episodes, the production. I always prefer even the announcer Jimmy Lennon. Like I always preferred him, over like Michael Buffer and stuff. But I always like the PBC profile. I just wish they could have did more deals with other people like the cross platform shit and just make better fights. You know what I mean? Maybe I guess more eye catching fights.
What fights? What fights that? Give me 5 fights that we wish they should have had that PBC should have made for other promotion that wasn't made.
I guess recently you can go with Benavides and Bivol, but I already know it. Like even with this shit though, in like almost every fight, there's politics, there's sanctioning bodies. It all gets in the way and shit. But that'd be like the most recent one.
And or anybody in the chat. Also, anybody in the chat. Tell me 5 fights that you wish that PBC would have made with somebody else that wasn't made. I could say one: Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. That was the biggest fight. Name me other
Yeah.
fights
The Charlos
that
versus
people are
Danny.
that people are so mad at PBC because they didn't do a cross promotion fight. What was other than Deontay Wilder? Because I think that was the big one. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, undisputed. What was the other one?
The Charlos with Andrade or Danny Jacobs. That was one. But two,
Yeah,
actually.
but Danny Jacobs was PBC.
How about Andre? Andre was he was on HBO, right? Beginning of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Matchroom.
Mm-hmm. But Danny Jacobs got the Canelo Alvarez fight from PBC. PBC, he went to the zone. Out him and sent Danny Jacobs, and Danny Jacobs was the champion as well. So
You know what? Honestly, you can even say Spence and Crawford a couple years earlier, maybe before the accident. I mean, obviously you didn't know that was gonna happen, but
yeah, but
maybe a
that fight
couple.
still happened. Still happened.
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true. I'll give you that.
Mayweather Pacquiao happened too late as well. Like I'd rather get these fights like when both guys are in their early 30s or late 20s
But
than like mid to late 30s.
but what fight happened that people? What's the fight that people are so angry at PBC that didn't happen?
I wouldn't say they're angry. It's more just like a preference. Like
It's more of like accumulations of fights not really
Or
happening.
is it that
It's
people
not
just
really
willing
like
to
one.
get the $70 pay per view? People just don't have the money. All right, let's be real. People cannot afford to be a PBC supporter. Is it PBC is too expensive? How about that?
nah,
Is
I
that
don't.
what people don't want to say? People just don't
Nah,
have the money to buy pay-per-view events.
no. I just think from like a business aspect, people are gonna pay what they find value in, and you compare. Let's compare this upcoming card versus Turkey Alalshikh's card.
Mm.
I bet from like a consumer standpoint, boxing fans they would prefer Turkey Alalshikh's card just because it had more names, more. I guess I would say better fights overall. And
So
it's at $20.
so when the numbers come out, that means Riyadh season should have more pay-per-view buys than Gervonta Tan Davis, correct?
I would say so, yeah. It
So
should.
the people in the chat, yes or no, do you believe that Riyadh season is going to do more pay-per-views than Gervonta Tan Davis versus Lamar Roach? Yeah, I need a bet on there. Who you think who's going to make more money, more pay-per-view buys?
That's a good question. It'll be close though.
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
Why would it be close? We talking about what what a lot of people were saying, even the pundits want the greatest card in the history of boxing. That's what people were saying. That
Right,
was
but
people
how much does Tank do though?
think about it. The greatest card in the history of boxing. Like, we have great fights. We had Crawford versus Spence that did almost close to 700K, right? Even Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez did 700K. We had Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tan Davis, 1.2 million pay-per-view buys or 1.3 million. So this Riyadh season should do more than Ryan versus Tank, since it's the greatest card in the history of the sport of boxing.
Even though they hyped it up like that, I wouldn't say more.
It was what, $30, $25. So it was cheap
25.
too. So it should sell. We should be looking at 1 million pay-per-view buys plus, like 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, right? Since it's the greatest card in the history of the boxing.
The only thing is they had Ryan Garcia, which is bigger than any other star they had on Riot season. That's the only thing. Social media influencer. So you add that with Tank, there's more popularity for that one single fight versus the whole card. You know what I mean?
Nah, but you didn't ask that though. You said if who's gonna do more for the head to head, like the last week and this week.
Riyadh season or Tank and Roach. Who's gonna?
No.
Well,
Yeah. He said
how much you think it's gonna sell?
I think about this. This was $30.
Yeah.
If this doesn't do good, I'm smoking everybody that said about $30 is good price, is the best card in the history of the sport of boxing. If this card only did, don't give me these little 100K, don't give me 200K, don't give me 300K, because if that's the number that boxing is gonna have on the greatest card in the history of boxing, then that's the reason why all these networks is leaving boxing, because it's not even worth it. So I gotta see 1.5 million plus. Turki Alalshikh, y'all say that Turki Alalshikh is the savior of the sport of boxing. I want to see it. Let me see if it's true. If he's the savior of boxing, or is it that he just got a bunch of money and just throwing money and don't give a damn about revenue? I don't trust that business plan.
But why not?
Because in the end of the day, there's gonna be in any business, they got to be some type of revenue.
It's unsustainable, you mean?
I don't think it's sustainable to me.
Well, in the meantime, we gotta enjoy it for however long it lasts. We the consumer at the end of the day.
Okay, so I mean, I bought the pay-per-view, and I'm gonna buy the Gervonta Tan Davis pay-per-view. And I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at one bit.
Well, Punch, you don't think without Turki Alalshikh, the Bivol and Beterbiev fight happens?
I don't think that fight. I don't think that fight is an undisputed bout, because WBC, they don't want to sanction the fight because they don't want to sanction Russian fighters. I think that fight could have happened, but not for undisputed because of the WBC, but because of Turki Alalshikh putting the WBC in check, that happened for undisputed. So I'm thankful for Turki Alalshikh for that fight,
and
Fury and for Usyk, but I'm not thankful for Turki Alalshikh for putting Francis Ngannou up at Tyson Fury or Francis Ngannou up at AJ. I'm not thankful for that. And now,
that's one thing. Yeah,
about Jake Paul, but now he's sitting with KSI.
But
so
PBC put together Mayweather. PBC put together Mayweather and Conor.
He's a hater on the low. You could tell his demeanor and how he goes on now Twitter, how he jabs people. If you not under him, and when you know how Gervonta Tan Davis says selling his soul. Look how he was shitting on Canelo Alvarez because he didn't want to. Look how he was shitting on these people.
Who you talking about? Turkey.
Yeah,
he's bitter. If you don't work with him, he's bitter.
like you take it disrespectful if you send an offering, you like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. The reason why people want Tank to go to Turkey is because they want Tank to shit on Al Heyman. That's what it is. And they mad at, for whatever reason, they mad at Tank because he's not shitting on Al.
No, I hear you. It's just I'm just thinking like,
But why? Why people want these fighters to shit on now?
well, I'm not saying that's not true because there's some fighters for whatever reason they don't like Al Heyman. That's true, but I think for a good majority, we just want to see some good fights. Like,
Or is Canelo Alvarez versus William Score a good fight?
no, it's not a good fight.
Is it
And but
worth?
here's the thing though. I'm not here to defend Turkey. Like everything he touches is good, but he has put together some good fights. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, and then Bivol Beterbiev. But the thing is, the end goal with him is different than I would say Al Heyman.
Was a better fight, Tank versus Roach or Canelo versus William Score? Who are you more disappointed, Canelo or Tank?
I mean, they both champions, right? Like, so you could say the narrative that Lamont Roach is a champion. You could say the
Who,
same thing for William Score.
so pick one of the two. Who you're more? If you had to be mad about
William
this,
Score,
I
William
would
Score's
say I
undefeated.
would say Tank only because if I'm correct, um, Lamont Roach isn't he from 130, the 130 division? So he's
Yeah,
pulling up.
Mhm.
and
It,
he lost a couple times already.
but who did he lose to? I saw he got. I don't
Bro,
know if he got stopped, but
he lost to Jamel Herring, who Shakur Stevenson stopped.
that's who it was. Yeah.
Hey, yo, look, at least we know who he lost to. We don't even know who William Score beat.
He's undefeated.
No, I'll give you that. Yeah.
He's an
Hold on,
undefeated
right quick,
champion at
right,
168.
right quick. You gotta say it right quick when I ask. Who did William Score beat?
Vladimir Shishkin.
No clue.
Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin.
Oh shit. We don't know shit about this guy. Everybody knows. That's the most disappointing. You know why it's the most disappointing for Canelo Alvarez to fight William Score? Because we all know there's an opportunity for him to fight David Benavidez.
But Punch, I bet you a lot of these people
Oh,
that
we
buy
hope,
Tank's pay-per-view,
with Gervonta Tank Davis, Lomachenko pulled out. Shakur was injured and had a fight. Devin Haney was not capable of getting back in the ring, and Teofimo Lopez was available to fight.
because the people when they pay for Tank fights, it's not about who he's fighting. They just paying to see him, bro. So it don't even matter who he fights.
It doesn't, but it's the same way the way we pay.
I,
Let me ask you a question. Do you pay monthly for the zone or you got the year subscription?
nah, I don't pay for this one, bro.
So you rob fights?
Well, I paid the 30 for this pay-per-view. I pick and choose when to watch fights.
So you don't so let's say you didn't pay for the January event
What was in the January event?
for the zone. Did they have a fight in the zone?
I don't know.
What you think about the year? That's what I'm so I pay, let's
Like
say
I'll
pay
pay
yearly.
for it and then I'll just cancel the subscription. I'll pay for a fight. Usually it comes out like I watch maybe like 2-3 events from the year, the big fights, and catch highlights and shit. But I guess shit with like
Oh,
now
wow.
that
Oh, you don't
everybody's
get you
going
don't get the perks then. You don't get the perks as a subscriber because there's a discount to the pay-per-view when you a subscriber.
for this fight, they offered they like it was an option just to buy the fight and then fucking cancel your membership. I mean, like to subscribe. That no,
Just be
you don't need
honest.
to
Just
subscribe.
be
Then
honest. You robbed the fights. You robbed.
nah, nigga, I
You,
paid
you,
30,
you even
bro.
robbed the fights. You even robbed the fights. You stream each
Bro, that shit was
fight,
30
right?
bucks, nigga. I wanted to support. I like
I,
what
I,
the
I
nigga.
think show receipts right now. You won't show me the email that you pay for the fight.
Come on, bro. Why would
Fire
I?
stick boys.
Nigga, the fight was available for you just to buy. You just had to put your
Oh,
information and then
uh-huh.
cancel. Because like after like they would start charging you monthly, but you could have just paid the 30 bucks and watched the fight. You didn't have to get the subscription as well.
Low key,
But
I wish they would raise the subscription price and then but don't have a separate price to buy the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I gotta subscribe and then I gotta buy the pay-per-view too.
Okay, let's see. All right, let me go to the schedule. Let's go to the boxing schedule. Hold on. Let's go to the boxing schedule. I'm a yearly subscription to the Zone, right? All right. Let me see. Okay, I got 28 Hernandez versus Guerrero. Richardson. Oh, this is bare knuckle. Let's look for boxing. Not for boxing. March. What we got? We got Queensberry, Gardner, Jimenez. Nobody gonna watch that, right? Nobody gonna watch it. On March 1st. Are you okay? March 1st. Who you gonna watch? Are y'all gonna watch any card on the Zone? Yes or no? Or you gonna watch?
Matias is fighting, but I'm not gonna watch it. I probably see that. See the highlights later.
Right? Okay, so you're gonna watch Gervonta Davis. Okay, you're not gonna watch Matias.
I'm still in that though.
Nobody's talking about Matias. Nobody's talking about Matias. Let's go.
I'm definitely gonna steal the tank fight though.
Okay, MVP, March 7th, body, MVP card. Y'all gonna watch that?
Lucas Body?
Yeah.
Probably not. I'll probably catch the highlights.
You got March, one of my fighters, King's Promotion. You got Cedeno versus Rivera. You gonna watch that one?
Nah.
You ain't even
I don't even know. What's that? Michelle Rivera?
No, Eldy.
Oh, I don't even know who that is, brother.
Shit, you got Ammo Williams versus Volin. You got the where Ekabalaga gonna perform. In Florida.
That's the Zone?
That's the Zone?
I'll probably pull up to that shit. I'm in Florida.
Okay.
I'll pull up to that shit.
Okay, so that's all right. That's what they giving me. Okay, what about March 22nd? You're gonna watch Cambosos and Jordan.
Hell no.
You're gonna watch that. You'd be saying hell no to all the fights.
But you're gonna watch that Cambosos?
Malik Montgomery versus Hill overtime boxing. Nah, you ain't gonna watch it. You're not a hardcore, bro. What about March 29th? Cepeda, Farmer 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I've seen the first. My brother got the Zone, so I was just pulling up over there.
I bet you don't pay for shit. You don't pay for shit. Now let's see.
Pick and choose, brother.
In April, I got a Taylor fight. I got a Eubank and Ben fight. Let me see the Eubank. That's not a pay-per-view for me. Let me see. No, that's not a pay-per-view fight yet for us. We got Boots Ennis April 12th with Stanionis.
Definitely.
Yeah, I watched that. I'm watching that for sure.
So why you don't subscribe to the Zone and support the fighter?
Shit, if I could watch it for free, why not?
But it's not for free. You're paying a subscription. You're gonna pay $30. So that's almost.
Yeah. I mean, I pick and choose who I want to support. You feel me? Like if I want to support some people, like if they like that Turkey card, that shit was like boxing was on all day, like, and it was easy. That was an easy buy for $30. You're gonna get me.
Y'all telling me that y'all don't like. So y'all telling me that y'all don't like Rayo versus Gary Antoine.
I like that. I like that a lot.
No, that's a good fight.
I like that fight better than.
But remember,
versus Roach.
But most of the money that you're giving up is going to the tank. It's going to Tank's pockets. They pay. They both. The niggas is not even making $1 million a piece, bro. I guarantee.
You know why I pay for Tank fights?
For what?
Because he actually entertains me. To be honest,
that's true. He does get the knockout.
To be honest, it's not, and that's what I said before. There are people that's paying for Tank fights because he entertains. See, the hardcore is like, I'm gonna pay for it because he's not fighting this one. No, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna watch because I'm a fan of his skill set. If Teofimo Lopez pay-per-view, look, if Teofimo Lopez was fighting Steve Claggett and his pay-per-view was $100, I'll still pay for it. You know why? Because I'm a fan of Teo. Anything I like, I will pay. That doesn't mean that I gotta. Oh man, no, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay because I like.
I mean, I was at the Claggett fight. I saw him win a belt versus Comey at the Garden. Like
No,
I've
but
been
that's
to
what I'm saying.
like
There's
4
two
Tio
different type
fights.
of fan base. There's fan base that feel like a car needs to be what they want to pay for, but I could just pay for one particular fight and fighter.
Uh-huh.
Not every fan is the same way. See, some hardcore boxing fan think that they gotta that everybody gotta think like them. That they gotta be a consumer like them. No,
Yeah.
there's other put it this way. There's other people that shop that have a bunch of coupons. And then there's other people that shop that be like, man, forget the coupon. I just want to get my gallon of milk and my bread. And so how many times they be like, no, but if you buy this, you can get 2 for this. You be like, nah, let me get the one. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though that is a better deal, but you're like, I just need one. I don't need a 2-for-1 deal, 3-for-5 deal.
Right.
It's like going shopping with your girl.
Exactly. Hey, either you go look. Put it this way. If you running low on cash, right? Growing up, you got your little shorty, you coming up, right? You running low on cash, and you want to get a Louis bag, or you want to get a something like that, right? You're gonna go to the outlet, right? Or you're gonna front and be like, nah, I got this bag on Fifth Avenue just because you want to get it on Fifth Avenue. I'll be like, you stupid, just go to the outlet. But you just want to say that you spent mad money to get this fight, to get this bag, right?
Facts.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. And most of the people that buying that fight, they I bet you they don't even know who Lamont Roach was, bro.
Nobody goes out here, nobody goes to a damn restaurant or to the deli and get yourself a bottle of water. And then you out there in the club or on the rooftop and you want you want a bottle of water and they be like, oh, it's $5. You're not gonna tell them, yo, but come on, yo, the deli downstairs is $1. I ain't going, nah. I ain't gonna pay, you ain't gonna embarrass yourself like that. You ain't gonna embarrass yourself like that. So we all do it. But it's getting carried away in this boxing community. I ain't gonna pay for $8. $8 too much. $8. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're a grown man. If you don't got it, you don't want to pay for. You keep your mouth shut and spend some time with your family on a Saturday or something like that, and forget about the fight.
You
Like,
pick and choose who you want to support and what
men
you
in
want
the
to
40s
watch.
and 50s. Nigga pay for no Gervonta Dan Davis. I just paid $30 for Riyadh season. I'm not gonna pay $80 for this fight. You acting like that's embarrassing. Like, stop embarrassing yourselves like that. Just don't say that y'all gonna buy it.
Shit, it's like obviously the casuals don't know who Lamont Roach is, but they do know one thing. They do know he's getting knocked out Saturday.
How about if he doesn't get knocked out?
And that'll
That'd
be
be
a good
kind of be rare for it's because the perception of Tank is he knock everybody out.
Hey, that's a good perception too.
I don't know, man. I'm not
But
gonna go along with the
He's
illusion.
entertaining. That's the thing.
he's
I'm not gonna.
entertaining, bro.
I'm not gonna willfully go along with the illusion and support this man and roll the red carpet out for this guy who hasn't really accomplished much. Like,
But he's
I'm not gonna go
entertaining
around.
though.
There's a lot of entertaining fighters that you don't gotta pay
No, I'm not saying
$80
that.
to
No,
watch.
I'm good. I get you. You don't have to pay nothing that you don't want to pay, but you don't got to shit on it either. You don't
Yeah.
go. You don't walk into a bunch of stores and be like, man, I don't like your prices, yo. I'm going to the other store, and then you bounce, right? You don't do that shit outside in the block. You don't go to one deli. Mira, Juan. ¿Y por qué esta cerveza tuya cuesta de que $2.50? Por ahí mimito yo lo puedo comprar para $1.50. Vete para la mierda, me voy de aquí. You don't
But
say that.
yeah, but we talking about say if there's a block, right, that sell but in the other block they sell it for half the price and it's better. Where you gonna go to? You're gonna go to the place that sells it for half the price, right? You wouldn't walk that extra block just to go to get it for half the price. Well, there you go.
No, but you're gonna go to the other block and see like, yo, you ain't shit, yo, for real. Cause you be selling them bud for that much, and I could get it right here. No, you're not gonna complain, right? That's my point. My point is not, yo, you could get a good bargain for yourself, get it. But why you shitting on something that you're not willing to buy, that you don't like? You don't gotta shit on it. Just don't buy it and spend your Saturday with your family.
Is that like their fans, Tank's fans, and they're the ones that be hating on other fighters too, hating on
But then at the end of the day, but look at in the end of the day, the same motherfuckers that's complaining, they're gonna watch the fight. So what are you complaining for? The same dude that's complaining, you're gonna watch the
Now,
fight.
no funny shit though. The day that Matias fought, like Paro, like I saw the Matias fight over the Paro fight, over the Tank fight. When Matias lost to Liam Paro, because they fought on the same night too. Like I saw the fucking the Matias fight, and I missed the live Tank fight.
When
So
Cotto was fighting, there's a Japanese fighter. Who you was watching? Cotto the Japanese or Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor?
did he?
Floyd Mayweather and
He
Conor
fought, he
McGregor.
fought the
You was
Japanese
watching Floyd
fighter at
Mayweather
the
and Conor
same.
McGregor. When
They
he
fought
became
the
a
same
champion,
night.
Cotto became a champion again the same night.
I don't know if it happened at the same time, but usually because I know Canelo. Remember how Canelo waited for the UFC
Let
to
me
finish?
see. No, I said Cotto. I ain't
Yeah,
say
I know, but I don't.
Let's
I
see the
don't think
record.
they fought at the same time. Like the exact, they might have fought on the same day.
Same day, same time. Let's see if I have a good memory. Let's see. Let's see. See, I got good memory. Boom. See, I got good memory. Hold on. August 26, 2017. August 26. Look. I see it. August 26, 2017. Miguel
8/26,
Cotto,
2017.
Stub
Yeah.
Center, Carson, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And honestly, Punch, bro. You know, I'm a big Canelo fan, but bro,
August August 26, Conor McGregor,
Uh-huh.
2017.
Yeah.
So you're a hardcore boxing fan. What the hardcore was watching? Floyd Mayweather versus
But I remember
Conor
watching
McGregor
the
or
quote.
Miguel Cotto becoming a champion once again. Who
I
the
was
hardcore?
watching. I remember watching Cotto win live. I remember watching him live.
And you was watching Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but they fought at different times, brother.
No, they didn't fight at different time.
They fought just because they fought on the same tape,
same time.
date.
They fought at the same day, same time.
They fought on the same date, but at the same
Same
exact time.
day, same time.
I don't think so, bro.
Yes, they
I don't
did.
remember it because I remember watching the.
You don't remember? I remember. That's why I'm saying it right now. I remember.
Because that the boxing like HBO
And they
like
were
was
saying,
free boxing.
and I remember leading up to the fight that I even was saying that Mayweather is sabotaging Golden Boy Promotions event with Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I mean, it wouldn't be safe for them to put it at the same time.
We all know that Floyd Mayweather adopted the Mexican Independence Week while he's fighting Conor McGregor, because around that time, remember, Floyd Mayweather shitting on one Golden Boy Promotion and stuff like that. So he was trying to shit on a Golden Boy Promotions card.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather's like that. Floyd Mayweather's petty, bro.
Fucking pet nigga. You remember when he did
Mayweather
the
is
Theo
petty.
nigga?
You remember when he tried to do a Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah, yo, that's disgusting, bro.
He's been doing this shit for a long time. He was petty. He pushed the fight all the way to August to shit on that Cotto card.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Barron probably told him to do that, to do him a favor and to fuck with Theo's event, and he did it.
Yep.
He's petty with his own fighter. The shit with Tank and shit, you know, in the interviews, you know.
But folks, man, I'm about to time out, bro.
Darling, bro.
I'm out of here, folks, man. Good looking out, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.
Later, Punch. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.